pregnant black woman who was suspected of stealing alcohol from a grocery store. The jury deliberated over 2 days in the case of Connor Grubb, who was charged in the fatal shooting of Takaya Young, who was about 6 months pregnant. Grubb had positioned himself in front of her vehicle to provide backup as she argued with his fellow officer. She refused to exit the vehicle and instead rolled her car toward Grubb, who fired a single bullet through her windshield, hitting her.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Convicted Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell will refuse to answer questions for a House Oversight Committee Epstein investigation. Committee Chairman James Comer says he's been told that through her attorneys. America's listening to Fox News.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Yes. The dulcet tones of happiness abounding once again. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look out, it's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, the mechanical mangler at our controls. As always, Flounder. It's Letter Rip Friday. Anything goes on the FOM of Atlanta, WFOM. Yeah, it's 106.3 there with the old, extra action there thing. How's it going? Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Warm, sunny, and sunnyish. 70. Anyway, Pete Davis, what's new in the mountains of Macon, sir? Anything happening behind you? We got a starburst of some kind up there.
Seriously, I'm walking out barefoot with a T-shirt. It's colder inside than it is outside. It's absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day. And all I say is Saturday. Well, that's the way I was saying earlier. Any plans for the weekend other than sports watching, sports action?
Eating, driving around, football.
Well, there you are. I think that pretty much solves everything. That's, And Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica, weekend plans there. She told you what you're doing yet?
Not yet, but I'll know later this evening. Looking forward to a relaxing weekend.
Well, there you are. And no
you're looking forward to it, but
happen. Yeah, it's like Bill Barr says. Yeah, as soon as you get like a free day, that woman wants to start stuffing it with stuff. Oh, let's go to the Container Store. Oh, let's look at curtains and let's go to brunch. $18 eggs. Yeah, there's a great idea.
Hey, by the way, last weekend we're sitting up in Gatlinburg and we're sitting there looking at the Ripley's Believe It or Not thing, and it had a moving dinosaur head on it, and I took a video of it and everything, and we were laughing about it. And today there's a report. I think it was early today or yesterday. There is in broad daylight a bear on top of the roof of the damn place, wandering around looking at all the tourists, and they're stopped looking at him, and he's down looking at them. So they had to get it with a tranquilizer dart and then pull it down from the roof. Would he
climb a tree or something and scoot over on the roof? Or I
guess he got behind it somehow and climbed up it and he's just sitting there perched on top of the roof just looking at everybody.
Wow. Well, in fact, later on, we'll have a story about a bear attacking a bunch of people in, was it Alaska or Canada? Canada, I think.
Yeah, Canada,
and grizzly bear. Just, they were out for a walk in the wilderness in Canada. Okay, first of all, I'd be a little nervous about going for a walk in Canada, right? Bear country. So anyway.
Like bear bait.
Yeah, God. Well, it's delivery.
Once again, no Domino's.
It's Uber Eats.
Or bear.
Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Neil Boortz joining us at 4 o'clock from Parts Unknown. And it's Let It Rip Friday. And, of course, every day is, Let It Rip, anything goes. But, I really do. I feel, starting on Thursdays, I do feel a different thing as we head toward the weekend. And I think it's probably fairly normal. But anyway, and by the way, the party last night was now Flounder. I didn't see you. You had to go pick up Mrs. Flounder, and so did you actually? I didn't see whether you.
Yeah, we were there for a little while.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And I saw. I told her I'd go for a while. In fact, well, should I tell the story? Well, first of all, a couple things. For the morning, I didn't see Tug there at the morning show. I left before he did. In fact, I have a story about that here in a second. But Los was there, the smart one. Very nice. Got me a drink. I said, so whoa, that was good, and it was nice to see some of the salespeople. I didn't know any of the executives who were there for the companies who were making deals and stuff. I didn't know them, but it was a very pleasant evening. They had a lot of gambling tables and people in their professional gambler vests, and looking like Vegas croupiers or whatever the hell they call them. And we ran. Pete said, you got to see somebody. You got to see somebody. And we said hi to John Kramer. John Kramer was an engineer who worked with us 30 years ago or more. Forever ago. And in fact, I got a couple of stories about John Kramer.
Oh, we got stories. Everybody seems to have a story about John.
In fact, we both had kind of a crush on let's see, should I say her? I should probably even say her name. I won't even give her first name. But we both had a crush on one particular girl who worked there for the same reason.
Who are you talking about? Well, you're throwing me into this taxi with you. I just want to know who we're talking about.
Blair. First name Blair.
No, I didn't have a crush on Blair.
Okay, well,
I went to school with her, I think.
The same, well, whatever. Anyway, 308, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. So last night, and it was really fun. I saw Pete there and so forth, and they had a nice food buffet spread out there, and I guess it was a thing for the stage. It's mostly a 680 thing, I think, wasn't it, or not? I think it was a lot of 680 stuff going on there, which is nice.
Yeah, and a lot of great cars.
Oh man, well, you walk in motor car, whatever it is, and you walk in there, and holy crap, Ferraris and Lamborghinis and things I've never even heard of. Yeah. In fact, my one experience with a Lamborghini was years ago. God, it had to be at least 25 years ago. It might have been 90. It might have been, I don't know. It was a long, long time ago. There was a company in Sandy Springs, or Buckhead, I guess it was, that rented exotic cars, rented to people for the weekend or whatever. If you want to go drive a fancy car, you could rent one. And they had all the fancy cars, and they were an advertiser for a while. So the guy gave me a Lamborghini for the weekend. And I'll tell you, this had to be 30 years ago, literally at least 25 years ago. I was never so scared to death in my life of getting in a car because I felt like I couldn't see anything. I was scared to death. It was like a $200,000 car for one thing, and I figured something bad could happen. But it was tight. It was really a race car. The first really serious race car I'd actually been in. You couldn't really see much, and you couldn't really move around much. It felt very snug and secure, but And of course, everybody who saw me tried to race me on the highway. It was but it was a lot of fun. But I could see where that could be I can't imagine doing that as an everyday thing. But hell, it was a great fun. And also, one of the fun times, one of the fun things, and by the way, we have all the newsy stuff, including Well, I'll get to it. I'll just finish my story here. So I'm standing there and looking around, seeing if I know anybody, and all of a sudden, a guy comes up to my right, to my side, and says, "Hey, Kimmer," and I look over, and then I realize I have to keep looking up, and I look up, and I look up, and I look, and it's Brian Finneran. Finneran. I say Finneran. I give it George Finneran from the Groucho Marx. Brian Finneran, who's a really nice guy, and I forgot he's like 6'8", and he seemed like he was like 6'7" or something, which is not true, but he was real nice, and he reminded me that his son has joined the Marines. And we talked for a second about it, and I thought that was great. And so last night and this morning when I was doing my stuff, I put together a little package for him for his son being in the Marine Corps when he gets back out of training or whatever and stuff, which I thought was kind of cool. Anyway, that was real nice. Just real nice. Came up to me like he knew me from Adam's house cat. Just real nice. It was really friendly. It was a really fun time. And one quick thing, and this is it's a little embarrassing, Flounder. You may want to have to erase this afterwards or something. When I drove up there, there were about 9 car parkers there in their little uniforms. I mean, Pete, I assume you saw them too. When you drove
Valet.
up, oh, my valets. They were like, it must have been 5 or 6 or 7 of them. And so I drive up, and this cute little thing, sweet little blonde girl steps up and said, "Hi," and I said, "Hi, how you doing?" And she said, and I said, "I'd like to park it myself." And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's only valet parking." And I said, "Oh, that's not going to really work for me." First of all, I didn't want anybody in my car for various reasons. And so I said, I got all these guns and I got booby traps and stuff. I said, really? And she says, well, I said, I work for the radio station. I do, I'm one of the talk show guys at the radio station. I'll only be here probably 10 or 15 minutes at the most. I'm not staying the whole night. And so she talked with among friends, and then she said, okay, you can back into that place there, and, between these cars out in the front. So I did. So I backed in. And as I backed in, she came over to the car and had the window down, rolled down, and she leaned in, and she kind of accidentally brushed herself against my shoulder as I was leaning in, and she said, I love listening to you in the morning. And she kind of brushed her lips against my cheek, and she said, Tug, I listen to you all the time in the morning, and I love your show, and I just wanted you to know that I said, whoa, Hazy, that wouldn't be fair.
Why are you throwing Tug under the bus like that? Yeah. You know what I found out?
I was making fun of me, silly.
Yeah. No.
And by the way, I didn't see Todd. He must have gotten there late, because I saw the
he
smart
was there,
but I didn't see him there.
Yeah, he was there. Maybe after you.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sitting up there on the second floor and looking out over Roswell Road, which is very busy.
Yes.
And I see who will go nameless. One of our sales guys running across from the other side like human Frogger.
Oh, really?
Across
Roswell Road?
Yeah, because that's where.
And guess what? Some of our people parked over there and didn't do the valet.
Yeah, so there were some people that parked.
Well, now for the record, I was joking about being a talk. When I came back out, I beg your pardon. When I got out of my car, I walked over to her and I gave her $10. So, I did, she was very nice, let me park there, but...
she was very nice. She was the only female.
Sweet. Yeah.
And she saw my tag. She goes, my boyfriend lives in LJ. She was wanting to talk about up here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, she was very nice. And so, so I gave her $10, and they were all happy about it. But again, it was, but I don't like people parking my car. Plus, I didn't want them in there for a couple of reasons. Anyway, so that was fun. So we had a good, it was fun. It was fun. I hope they had fun and were successful, and everybody was happy, and I didn't stay there very long. Were you gambling at all?
No, I gave my money to a quarter pounder.
Ah, there you go. All right, well, we'll have to check it out. Now, Founder, I'm sorry. Well, you were, I think, saying something, and I cut you off, I think, probably.
No, you're good.
Okay. Just checking. 314 over the Letter Up Friday, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have tweets. We have a test on etiquette. We have Flounder's Funnies. We have Holy Crap at Sports, and some breaking sports news, I think. I think the Braves might have done something. Maybe not. I could be mistaken. Signing somebody, perhaps. I don't know.
Why are you asking me? Yeah, something has happened.
Somebody will know something. All right, anyway, it's Letterman Friday. Happy New Year. What are you doing? Get out of here. We're starting now. We're on the show now. Look out.
The Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn Beck until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Well, another day, another bit of confusion if you're trying to figure out that open enrollment business for next year. Holy cow. Yeah, it's true. A lot of changes. We don't know what Congress is going to do. And the Obamacare, Schmamacare premiums are going through the roof. Same thing in Georgia, the sticker prices, and they've got some kind of new health insurance plans and stuff. I don't know. I know who knows about all this stuff. I can look it up for you and put together a plan for you that you'll like. His name is Stephen, the health insurance doctor. You can enroll. He'll figure this whole stuff out. What he does, he's been doing this for almost 20 years. He wins awards for this kind of stuff. He compares carriers, not just one. He gets all kinds of carriers, looks at them side by side, looks at zero copays and deductibles and nationwide PPO stuff, and depends on, what do you want in your plan? Is it a business, personal, family, whatever? True, he has families save $10,000. They're saving 60% over Obamacare, Schmamacare, and who knows what the heck that's going to be in the future. Anyway, here's the number. Stephen, the health insurance doctor, and by the way, he'll look this up for you, and you don't have to pay him a nickel. He does this for you because he's a great guy. Here's the number, 678-523-0759, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally? You're going to be able to do that. And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards. So you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
We found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. The honest car guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
All right now. It's Friday. Let her rip. Anything goes. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Neil Boortz joins us at 4 o'clock. A little Aerosmith here for you. 1991, Aerosmith made a guest appearance on The Simpsons. Other acts who have appeared on the show include Red Hot Chili Peppers, Smashing Pumpkins, Sonic Youths, U2, the Moody Blues, the B-52s, the Who, R.E.M., Fish, Blink-182, Metallica, and the White Stripes.
George Harrison, too.
The Simpsons. Pretty cool. Hey, well, Mr. Phone, hold on there, rotten. There we go. Let's see, our birthday list includes Nicolette Sheridan. Nicolette Sheridan was Alexis Carrington on CW's Dynasty remake, and Edie Britt on Desperate Housewives. Nicolette Sheridan is 62. Edie Britt, I remember my first radio job in 60 years ago this month. My first radio job, WSBS radio. And I did the news, I turned on the transmitter, took the readings, and it was back the old days, So we did all the stuff and did the shows and everything else and did the talk show or newscast stuff and played music. And the first time I introduced Steve Lawrence and Eddie Gourmet right here on the radio for the WSBS here in Eddie Gourmet. Freaking idiot. Anyway, so that's a scoop of that Sheridan girl. And Mr. Phone, God, how I'm going to have to reset something on my things here because all of a sudden, if I get a thing ready to read off my phone, and then 4 seconds later it goes black, and I have to open it up again. So I don't like it. Sorry. Okay, on this day in 1931, Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff as the monster, opens in theaters. It's like the living cell in a dead body. What is arguably one of the most famous scenes, the scene of the girl being thrown into the lake, was cut from the film in 1934 because of enforcement of the production code. That footage was lost, at least that's what they thought, but it was rediscovered in the 1980s from 1934. It has been reincorporated into modern copies of the original film Frankenstein. Quote, "We are about to unfold the story of Frankenstein, a man of science who sought to create a man after his own image without reckoning upon God. It is one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the two great mysteries of creation, life and death. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So, if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now's your chance to, we warned you." Unquote, producer Carl LeMay before the opening credits. Frankenstein. Now, I don't think I've ever seen the original Frankenstein. I don't know anything about throwing a girl in the lake. Did you?
There was a little girl in the lake, yeah.
That's got to be bad, right? I mean,
it's not good.
Oh, jeez. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Carapine Flounder, 404-741-1230. Everything all right? Yeah, what's going on?
It was some weird. Mary Shelley, who wrote the book, I just found this out yesterday. Her mother died right after giving birth to her.
Oh, my.
So she never knew her mother. So she would go to her mother's gravesite and sit there and think and talk and write and do all kinds of stuff. And then she started meeting her lover, Percy Bysshe Shelley, I guess was his name, or whatever, the poet.
Yeah.
She would meet him there, and they'd have their little consignments there at her mother's grave.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did you ever have sex on a grave? I'm just going to,
No. I've fallen into a grave.
Oh, no, that can't be good either there. Well, with the circumstances on that.
Wayne, no offense, and I were
doing the looking for ghost hunting.
In the Lawrenceville Cemetery, and we're running at night because someone said, "Hey, we got something over here," and we're running and beside each other, and all of a sudden I'm gone. Wayne goes, all of a sudden Pete's gone. I mean, I just everything went out from underneath me, and then there was a freshly dug grave, and I went right into it.
Oh my! Well,
that's not a good feeling.
No, that can't be. Just getting you ready,
Of course, Wayne's laughing, trying to pull me out.
Well, sure. It's got to be funny,
It was fun.
All right. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A couple of leftover things, and I've got a really incredible emotional story, which I will get through. It's a happy, wonderful story, but the ending of it I can't freaking believe. But that's another time. Okay, hold everything. Now I can't find it. We were talking yesterday. One of my history things was about Steve Allen. Oh, I know what it was. I've got to find it over here. Hold on a second. Here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I've got this organized. Here we go. Yesterday, we were talking about Steve. I forgot what we were doing with Steve Allen. It was his birthday or something or other, what it was. Anyway, and I mentioned that Steve Allen was a very accomplished piano player, a pianist, but he could not read music. It was all by ear. He just figured it out somehow and did it naturally. Well, my old co-worker, Mike Summers, wrote in to say, I produced radio commercials with Steve Allen for 3 months in the 1970s. Steve Allen wrote more than 8,000 songs. He penned 400 in one day. Among them, South Rampart Street Parade, which I guess we're trying to, anyway, from my old co-host Mike Summers. I'll be damned. Okay, so just passing that along there. Also, we haven't mentioned it. Have you seen the stories about the anatomy of Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
The thing that I want to pass this along only because it's humiliating and embarrassing. It should go along with a guy who should be humiliated and embarrassed for his entire eternity in hell. The girls who, more than one girl, has been asked to describe Jeffrey Epstein in various ways, and they describe a certain part of Jeffrey Epstein as either an egg or a misshaped lemon. And that's all I'm going to say about that particular part of his anatomy that's been described. His big toe? Oh, yep, exactly. You've guessed it, sir. Shoes, he had to get custom shoes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, hold on a minute. We got a bunch of newsy things. Minnesota is using the welfare money from the taxpayers of Minnesota to be the number one fundraiser for Al-Qaeda and Al-Shabaab because the Somalians have taken over the payments in Minnesota, which we know, and so now they're the fundraiser for Al-Qaeda. I don't know if the Minnesota taxpayers are just finding that out today, which is fairly... Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see where the police chief is apologizing to the Somalis for having to do his job and to get some of them? He literally, with the Somali translator there, apologized to the entire Somali community for having to do his job and arrest some of them for stealing millions of dollars.
Yeah. Minnesota and Michigan, my God, Hamtramck, and it's unbelievable. And we got communists now. And in fact, I'm kind of surprised Donald Trump isn't live with a new commie in Washington. If he goes live, comes out later, we'll go cover it. Anyway, I want to do this story, and I'm really upset by it. And I hate to do a story like this, but remember yesterday I was doing, we were talking about, in my history thing, it was the opening day of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I talked about the story, and as I was reading the story, I read a part where it says, and Jack Nicholson, who played the part of, what's his name, Murphy, who raped a child, was in the so-and-so, and I said, whoa, wait a minute, I didn't know he was in the hospital for raping a child. And I said, that affects my whole memory and understanding and thoughts about what happened in the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. If he was a child rapist, my God, it should have set him on fire. I thought, oh my God, what a turnaround of what I always thought about the movie. Well, guess what?
What?
I saw the story this morning, and I haven't been the same since, and I know it's stupid, and I'll be fine, and I'll get over it. But Robert Sturm is the guy in the Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph from 1973 of the prisoner of war returning to his family with his wife, with her arms out, racing toward him on the tarmac, and his little family, his girls are racing to hug their daddy. His name is Robert Sturm. It's you've probably seen the story. Travis Air Force Base, ear-to-ear smiles, outstretched arms, embracing his wife, moments away from her, running into his arms. And the kids, if you haven't seen the photograph, look for it. The POW reunion with the family in Travis Air Force Base. Well, he passed away at the age of 92. And the image, black and white photograph, Associated Press photographer Sal Veeder shows Sturm in moments before embracing his wife and the children. He spent 1,966 days being tortured by the North Vietnamese in the North Vietnamese prison camps. That's more than 5 years. He was shot down in his F-106 Thunderbird in a bombing mission. When they caught him, he was shot 3 times as he parachuted down. They shot him as he was parachuting down 3 times. He hit hard because he couldn't control his landing. Years of torment, several different camps, including Hanoi Hilton. One of his POW roommates was John McCain. They shared a wall. John McCain would tap out jokes. And the Robert Stim's daughter, who was 15 when he disappeared, or I'm sorry, when the photo was taken, she was 15. She said John McCain tapped in a joke. The first time Dad laughed while he was in Hanoi Hilton, the daughter said, "I wish I knew what that joke was. I'm sure it was really something." Burst of Joy was the name of the picture, an enduring symbol at the end of the United States involvement in Vietnam. Won the Pulitzer Prize, Burst of Joy it's called. Well, guess what? The image of the jubilation concealed at the end, turns out his marriage was over. A chaplain had handed the colonel a Dear John letter from his wife just before he returned home to the base. And the letter said, "I have changed drastically, forced into a situation where I finally had to grow up," she wrote. "Bob, I feel sure that in your heart, you know we can't make it together, and it doesn't make sense to be unhappy when you can do something about it. Life is too short." It's a Dear John letter while he was held in captivity and being tortured for 5 years. Sturm explained, "The picture brought a lot of notoriety and publicity to me, which at the time, of course, with a pending legal situation I was going through, it was unwelcome. So he never hung the picture, didn't want to talk about the picture. As it turns out, they got divorced, and they both got remarried. His wife got remarried in a matter of a few months. So obviously, she couldn't wait, and she gave up, and she was cheating on him." Mr. Sturm retired from the Air Force after 25 years and died at an assisted living facility in Fairfield, California, at the age of 92. This was 1973, and again, I'd been home 3.5 years, and that picture really, really touched me. Because nobody was saying welcome home. Nobody knew I was in the Marines in 1973. Nobody knew. And when I was at Arizona State, hell, I was in graduate school then teaching a class. Nobody knew I was in the Marines. Never think. But that picture meant so much. And now to find out that apparently she couldn't wait. And again, God bless her. Who am I to say anything about anything? Can you imagine waiting 5 years not knowing whether your husband's dead or alive and held in a POW camp? So, I mean, she couldn't wait and she couldn't handle it. And she sent him a freaking Dear John letter that he got from a chaplain right before he was reunited. So that picture was her being excited, but she also had been cheating on the guy who was about to run into her arms. Breaks my heart.
It just shows, life is so much
funny.
More different than
it's not
than
what
you see.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's a whole
cinema or whatever.
It's a whole thing. 3:34. Well, look, again, here we go. Hell, I'm on the right side of the grass. I can't complain about anything.
It's a lot more complex.
Yeah.
I guess.
3:34. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing? Happy Friday. What's up? How's your weekend? What's going on? Join us, won't you? Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock, too. You want to call and ask Neil a question if you want? He'd be love to talk to you. Seriously, I got a comment or question for Neil Boortz, who, by the way, is going to brag about how happy he is with his wife, God, Mo. Did you hear his commentary today? Jeez, thankful this, thankful that. Get off my back. You're killing me. Jeez, God.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Fall is in the air, and Central Heating and Air Conditioning is making it the perfect time to upgrade your comfort. For a limited time, you get up to $2,100 in rebates and 60 months, 0% financing with approved credit. That's right, savings up front and no interest for 5 whole years. A brand new carrier system from Central delivers dependability, efficiency, and comfort every family deserves. Central Heating and Air Conditioning have set the standard in heating and cooling for over 3 generations. And now's your chance to break Bring that comfort home with the best savings of the season. These dual incentives don't come around often, so act now. Call 770-GET-HEAT today. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or visit centralheat.com, centralheat.com. Upgrade your comfort, lock in your savings, and turn to your Atlanta carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Attention extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. Just when you thought the country couldn't get any crazier, the Democrats surprised you. Shutting the government down for lame political reasons, liberals complaining of taking criminals and illegals off the street. When will this craziness stop? Well, in this crazy world, there is one place to go for peace of mind. Drop by Atlanta Safe House and let the safe experts help you select the safe to best protect your hard-earned valuables. Our brands include Browning, Fort Knox, Champion, and many more. So go by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Get a great deal on a new Subaru and give back. It's really that easy. For every new Subaru bought or leased during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will make a donation to national and local charities that our owners care about. The Subaru Share the Love event has supported more than 2,700 hometown charities, and by the end of our 18th year, Subaru and retailers like Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated more than $350 million to charity. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community, and during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, you get a great vehicle and support a great cause. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Additionally, for every Subaru vehicle routine visit during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $5 to our hometown charity. But it's only happening now through January 2nd, so hurry in to Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall with Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Wake up with the Morning Extra on Extra 106.3.
We have politicians lining up like airplanes at Hartsfield-Jackson trying to get on this show because they get to talk to their audience for 30 or 45 minutes at a time and their potential voters. Getting a long-form interview is now the way to win. People feel like they know you and they want to get to know their constituents.
Especially people that are dialed in. They want to know who these people are. They don't just want to see R or D and hit the check anymore. Those days are over.
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. This is a well-known little riff here. 339, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Happy Friday. Let her rip, anything goes. How's it going? Oh, my God. What happened? Trump's live. Trump's live. Oh, he's on with Mommy the Commie. Live at the White House. Here we go.
As you know, I've been saying to a lot of people, Walmart said that Thanksgiving this year is exactly 25% less than last year, so that's good for New York, good for everybody. But I just want to congratulate. I think you're going to have hopefully a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am, I will say. There's no difference in party. There's no difference in anything. And we're going to be helping him to make everybody's dream come true, having a strong and very safe New York. And Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Offered his hand. They're shaking hands.
I appreciated
His good friend, the
meeting with the
communist.
president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers, the 8.5 million people who call our city their home, who are struggling to afford life in the most expensive city in the United States of America. We spoke about rent, we spoke about groceries, we spoke about utilities, we spoke about the different ways in which people are being pushed out, and I appreciated the time with the president. I appreciated the conversation. I look forward to working together to deliver that affordability for New Yorkers.
Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
Oh, my God.
President Trump, Stephen Nelson from the New York Post. I've got a question for you and then also one for Mayor-elect.
Sure.
For you, you referred to Mr. Mamdani as a communist. Can you describe why you feel that way? And also, will you do anything to stop him from arresting Prime Minister Netanyahu if he visits New York?
Well, we didn't discuss your second part of the question, and on your first part, I mean, he's got views that are a little out there, but who knows? I mean, we're going to see what works, or he's going to change also. We all change. I changed a lot. From when I first came to office. It's now quite a while ago. It's quite a while. My first term was great. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We're doing even better now. We're doing much better now than we did even the first term. And I can tell you some of my views have changed. And we had discussions on some things. I'm not going to discuss what they were, but that I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he's going to be. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually, and some very liberal people. He won't surprise them because they already like him.
Oh, my God.
It sounds like you had a productive discussion, but just days ago you referred to President Trump as a despot who betrayed the country. You said you'd be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views, and what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
To raise those taxes and
much worse than
take
a
the property.
So it's not that insulting. Maybe I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes, please.
Mr. President, Matthew Mishkat from MTV Lebanon.
Good.
I would like to ask you a question about the Middle East regarding you said that Hezbollah in Lebanon is not in a good position, and Lebanon now is the final unresolved after Gaza and Syria. Given your assessment,
Something about
what
the Middle
you
East.
say for the Lebanese today, it's the independent state in Lebanon, and what is your next move to push toward disarmament?
Sure. Well, we are pushing for total disarmament of Hamas and, frankly, everybody else. And we actually have peace in the Middle East. As you know, the King of Saudi Arabia just left yesterday. We had some great meetings, and he's made a contribution toward the United States of more than $1 trillion. We have now over $20 trillion coming in. No country has ever had anything like that, not even close. If you go to 2 trillion or 1 trillion, it's a lot. We have 20 or 21 trillion dollars. I think that Hezbollah has been a problem in Lebanon, big problem. We're working with Lebanon. We're working with everybody in the Middle East. That's another thing I think we have in common. We want to see peace in the Middle East, and we actually have now, for the first time, peace in the Middle East after 3,000 years. And now we're going to refine it, and I think you're going to see some very positive things happen.
What is the potential to invite the Lebanese president?
Oh, sure. Oh, I would do that, absolutely. And if the mayor would like to be here for that meeting, because I know he feels very strongly. I think you feel very, very strongly about peace in the Middle East.
We desperately want it, and that's something that I shared with the president. That when I spoke to New Yorkers who had voted for the president last November on Hillside Avenue and Fordham Road, I asked them why. I heard again and again 2 major reasons. One was that they wanted an end to forever wars. They wanted an end to the taxpayer dollars we had funding violations of human rights, and they wanted to address the cost of living crisis. And I appreciated the chance to discuss both of those things.
He said a lot of my voters actually voted for him, and I'm okay with that.
Oh my God, he's a Jew hater.
Give it to me. I'll sign it in a minute. That's pretty good.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
President Trump has sent federal troops to New York City. You voted
both have differences when it comes to ICE agents in New York City. Mr. Mamdani called ICE a rogue government entity. I wonder how you reconcile your differences on both of those issues.
Well, I think we're going to work them out, and I think that if we have known murderers and known drug dealers and some very bad people, we want to get them out. And the mayor wants to have peace. We discussed this at great length, actually, maybe more than anything else. He wants to have a safe New York. Ultimately, a safe New York is going to be a great New York. If it's not safe, no matter how well we do with pricing and with anything else, we can talk about anything you want. If you don't have safe streets, it's not going to be a success. So we're going to work together. We're going to make sure that if there are horrible people there, we want to get them out. I think he wants to get them out maybe more than I do. So we'll work together. We discussed it at great length. Yes, please.
Yeah, two questions, if I may. One for you, Mr. President, from BBC in a second. But first of all, for the mayor-elect, you're both from different parts of the political spectrum.
I hate when you can't hear what they're
saying. And I just wondered to what extent the president's campaign style, his techniques, his social media use inspired any part of your campaign.
Well, I actually told the president that, so much of the focus of our campaign has been on the cost of living crisis. And when we asked those New Yorkers who had voted for the president, when we saw an increase in his numbers in New York City, that came back to the same issue: cost of living, cost of living, cost of living. And they spoke about the cost of groceries, the cost of rent, the cost of Con Ed, the cost of childcare. And too often politicians are looking to lecture to New Yorkers what they should care about as opposed to listen. And when we spoke to those voters who voted for President Trump, we heard them speak about cost of living. We focused on that same cost of living, and that's where I am really looking forward to delivering for New Yorkers in partnership with the president on the affordability agenda.
And I think we have to work a little bit. We talked about Con Edison. We have to work a little bit on getting the prices because, we've gotten fuel prices way down, but it hasn't shown up in Con Edison. And we're going to have to talk to them. If we're sending them fuel at a much lower price than it was a year ago, which is true, we have to get Con Edison to start lowering their rates.
Absolutely.
If I may, last week you told me you were pushing ahead with your plans to sue BBC for up to $5 billion. You're going to speak to Prime Minister Starmer as well. Is there any progress or any updates on those issues?
Well, we get along very well with the Prime Minister. We made a deal with UK. I like him. He's a fine person. And, I think they have some big energy problems. They've got windmills all over the place. They're going to have to start using other methods because their energy is out of control. Talking about in the UK, it's out of control. And he's got that problem. He's got a big immigration problem, as you know, and he's got a big energy problem. And we talk about it. He's a good man. Prime Minister's a good man.
You had a chance to speak this week.
I haven't spoken this week.
Have you spoken to President Zelensky, or do you intend to speak to President Zelensky about your plan to meet with him?
I've spoken with their people. We have a plan. It's horrible what's happening. It's a war that should have never happened. It would have never happened if I was president, and it's a shame. And I thought they should have acted quicker. But it's a cold winter, and a lot of the you talk about utilities, but a lot of the big energy producing plants have been under attack, to put it mildly, to put it nicely. We have a way of getting peace, or we think we have a way of getting peace. He's going to have to approve it. Just so sad, so many people. Last month they lost 25,000 soldiers. This is something, we haven't seen anything like this since the Second World War. They're averaging 6,000 or 7,000 a week between the two of them, dead soldiers. And it goes on, and I think they're getting reasonably close. But I don't want to predict. I would have said that would have been one of my early ones. I did 8 peace deals of countries, including India, Pakistan. You could even go, in fact, they're coming here in a week or two, go to the Congo and Rwanda. That was 10 million people dead. And we worked something out on that, but so many. And the one I thought would have been, for me, because I have a very good relationship with President Putin, I thought that would have been maybe quicker. But it does take 2 to tango. And now
we'll cut away.
The death.
He's getting up there. And by the way, for the record, hey, Ukraine, you lost. Okay, you lost. So either you keep fighting, and again, I'd love to see I'd love to, the evidence of 5,000 or 6,000 soldiers a week. Well, anyway, unbelievable. All right, Neil Boortz, 4 o'clock. It's 3:50 now, 10 minutes away with Neil. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. I got it all on Friday. Let her rip, baby. Look out.
President Trump is restoring freedom, bringing justice back to America, and restoring power to the people. And the conservative voice of Atlanta has his back and will always bring you the national and local voices you need when it matters most. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
It's the season of giving, and Jim Ellis Chevrolet is giving you more reasons than ever to go electric.
Shop Jim Ellis Chevrolet this holiday season and enjoy substantial year-end savings across their entire EV lineup, including the all-new Chevy Blazer EV, the versatile Equinox EV, and the powerful Silverado EV.
With a large selection of in-stock EV models and a buying process that's quick, easy, and convenient, there's never been a better time to make the switch to electric.
Whether you buy or lease, you'll find exceptional year-end offers designed to make driving a new electric Chevy more affordable than ever.
Start or complete your entire purchase online. Jim Ellis Chevrolet can even deliver your new vehicle right to your home. So plug into something new this season and let Jim Ellis Chevrolet make your holiday brighter.
Limited time holiday savings are available now at Jim Ellis Chevrolet. Visit JimEllisChevrolet.com or stop by Jim Ellis Chevy on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if your old windows have you boiling in the summer and freezing in the winter, you need the pros at Window Nation with installation precision and experience that are second to none. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to GetWindowNation.com or call 866-90Nation for your free estimate. And for a limited time, get 50% off all window styles, plus pay no interest for 5 years.
When I first started using a CPAP, getting supplies and equipment was a horrible hassle. It pretty much stayed that way until I discovered CPAPs, etc.com. Same-day shipping on anything you might need, including travel CPAPs, hoses, masks, you name it. Same-day shipping. CPAPsETC.com or visit their store in Alpharetta. So easy, and you could be preserving your health and saving your life.
We all know that life can be unpredictable. The moment you're planning that family trip and then the next somebody is sick. And that's why I want to talk to you about the Jace case, your ultimate safety net when emergencies strike. The Jace case isn't just that mess of medications behind the mirror up in the cabinet. It's an organized doctor-prescribed case of life-saving tools paired with a set of cards explaining exactly how and when to use these medications. The case is peace of mind in a time of uncertainty. Imagine having your essential prescriptions right at your fingertips, ready to go when you need them most. Whether it's a sudden allergy flare-up or a common cold, you won't have to scramble to find the help you need. It's about taking charge of your health and being prepared no matter what life throws at you. When you order your Jace case today, use the promo code BECK at jace.com for a discount. Don't wait for the unexpected to catch you off guard. Be ready with the right medications on hand the moment you need them at jase.com, jace.com, promo code BECK.
Little Olivia Newton-John. She was so pretty. Just seemed like a sweet, pretty girl. And that movie helped her pretty good, too. Olivia Newton-John, 10 weeks at number 1 on American Singles Chart starting today in 1981 with Physical. Her fourth number 1, sold 2 million copies, produced by John Farrar, written by Steve Kipner and Terry Shattuck. Originally intended to offer it to Rod Stewart. Olivia recalled she later had misgivings about the song because of its innuendos and asked that it be pulled from release. But she was told it was too late. The song was already performing too well on the charts. Leave it alone. Shy little Australian. Wasn't she an Australian girl, right? Died way too young. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, a Let It Rip Friday, 3:55. Neil Boortz joins us after the 4 o'clock news. Birthdays include Carly Rae Jepsen. Do Me Maybe. Isn't that, she had that song, Do Me Maybe, something like that. Carly Rae Jepsen, 40 years old today, Carly Rae. And on this day in history, no one's, I got it right here, Mr. Phone there, if you could open it for me. On this day in history, 1967, commander of U.S. troops in Vietnam, General William Westmoreland, tells the media, quote, I am absolutely certain that whereas in 1965 the enemy was winning, today he is certainly losing. However, the statements were undermined when the communists launched the massive Tet Offensive a couple of months later. Yes, we should have told somebody. No, sorry. It marked the turning point of public sentiment against the war, basically. Anyway, 3:56. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Okay, Donald Trump's clarifying his comments about the traitors and treasoners from making their comments, the Democrats saying that military people should, and again, I heard Jesse and I time last night, he made the very simple point. He said, these Democrats are not Democrats or leftists. They're communists. And they have planted this is part of the plan, how deep the swamp is. They have planted the seed into the minds of young military people who are just joining the military. You may have to turn on one of your commanding officers because Donald Trump is ready to take over the military and start making you do orders that are illegal, like murdering your own people and civilians and stuff like that. So you better be ready to disobey your order because Donald Trump's about to unfurl something. Planting the seeds of fomenting dissension in the freaking military for the future. I mean, that's so criminally insane to do that kind of thing. And Donald Trump said, listen, I'm not, then they said, in fact, Flounder, let's play that. I'm not even going to mention his name. One of the traitors of the Democrat Party that put together the video now reacting to Donald Trump's comments. Here, cut number 2 here.
This morning, President Donald Trump threatened to have me arrested and executed simply for reminding our service members of their oaths to follow the Constitution and to defend the rule of law. I've taken many oaths throughout my life as a combat veteran, a paratrooper, an Army Ranger, and now as a member of Congress. That is a lifetime oath for me. I will never stop defending it and upholding that sacred obligation.
Cut it there. I can't take this anymore. This is a bunch of crap. And by the way, scumbag, you are a freaking traitor. You're starting to plant the seeds of people to turn against their own people in the freaking military. There's nothing worse than that could cause more damage in America or any freaking country in the world. The number one power in the world, and you want the military to turn against itself? We have weapons. And by the way, for the record, you scumbag, you freaking dirty, rotten, coward traitor, you turned on your president for the political purposes, you punk. Let's remember this. Benedict Arnold, Mr. Hero Combat Soldier Scumbag, Benedict Arnold was also a hero before he became a traitor, just like you. Yep. Benedict Arnold was a hero of the revolution.
Saved it. Saved the revolution.
That's right. West Point was
Ticonderoga up there.
Ticonderoga was the thing that told the people, oh, my God, we can do this. And Benedict Arnold was a hero who turned and became a traitor, just like that last scumbag. That's exactly what you're doing. Well, I'm a combat hero, and now I get to say, be ready to turn against your own military people. I mean, there's no other reason for it than to say we're going to have Donald Trump is so dangerous that you may have to stand up to your own people in the military and refuse to follow orders. That's what they're saying. That's treason. That's insurrection. There's no, how else do you explain it? It isn't just, a nasty political trick. My God. Anyway, I blew the whole freaking Flounders Funny segment, but we'll double it up after Neil Boortz. I owe you double the Flounders Funnies. We also have tweets, and I got to calm down a little bit. I mean, seriously, this is just a nightmare. I can't believe what's happening to our country. Okay, almost 4 o'clock. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Neil Boortz next. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us and ask him a question or something. I don't know.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
They have some things in common. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump says he's had a great, productive meeting with New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani at the White House.
We want this city of ours that we love to do very well.
I appreciated the meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers, the 8.5 million people who call our city their home, who are struggling to afford life in the most expensive city in the United States of America.
And President Trump says he thinks Mamdani, a self-described democratic socialist, is going to surprise some conservatives. The president also says Ukraine's President Zelensky is going to have to like his proposed plan for peace with Russia.
The U.S. would recognize swaths of eastern Ukraine as Russian territory as part of a 28-point peace plan backed by President Trump.
We gave Ukraine the best military equipment anywhere in the world. Nobody makes, and we gave them a lot of it.
The president telling the Brian Kilmeade show on Fox News Radio he'd like an answer from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky by Thanksgiving. Zelensky spoke today with Vice President J.D. Vance. The proposal would provide security guarantees for Ukraine, including a NATO-like model, committing allies to help defend Ukraine in a future attack.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Florida sheriff's deputy is shot and killed. Another deputy, a locksmith, and the suspect are wounded.
A man facing eviction in Vero Beach, Florida, began shooting at deputies who came to serve him notice, killing 47-year-old Terry Mashkow. She was with the Indian River County Sheriff's Office for longer than 25 years. The shooter, 37-year-old Michael Halberstam, was taken to the hospital with critical injuries.
Fox's Evan Brown. 215 schoolgirls and 12 teachers are reported kidnapped by gunmen from a Catholic boarding school in western Nigeria. A statement says a security staffer was shot and badly wounded. America's listening to Fox News.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Here we go. Da-da-da. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete and Flounder and Neil Boortz from Parts thing. Hello, Neil Boortz. How's it going, man? What's up?
Well, I'm in Naples.
Naples, Florida. Wonderful.
Yes, as a matter of fact, just off the golf course. Of course, that was yesterday.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I did have an invitation to play at a wonderful golf course on the Augusta River. Or near the Yucca, yeah.
Oh.
But I told him, I said, I can't fly up there and do that today. I got to be on the air with this.
Well, you should never give up a golf game just for the Kimmer show.
Oh, the way I played yesterday?
Well, no, not good.
And, now Donna's a little bit peeved at me because I kind of ruined our welcome at another great restaurant here in Naples.
Now, what'd you do now?
Well, you ever heard of Mohs surgery?
Mohs surgery? No, I've not.
M-O-H-S.
Actually, I have seen that word before, and I'm trying to remember I can't rember what it is,
well,
but I've seen the word.
I had a little basal cell carcinoma, which is 99% nothing.
Yeah.
Cut off the top of my bald scalp. And so I go into this restaurant, and I got a bandage up there where they did the slice and dice.
Yeah.
And the waitress says, well, what happened to you? And I said, oh, that's a botfly getting ready to come out.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
And now she wouldn't come back to the table.
No, I could see that. I could definitely. Jeez.
I need help.
Clearly.
This is terrible.
My God, man.
I know. So anyway, I got so many things to talk about. First of all.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
This thing about Mamdani the communist in the Oval Office.
Did you just see the meeting? We just played it live.
I saw some of it.
Oh, my gosh. Come on, Mr. President,
should
please.
the president have talked with them?
No, I first of all, I didn't know why he was having the meeting. They love New York. So what? What's that got to do with Middle East and economy? And I mean, just that's way down the list of anything as far as I'm concerned.
You could make an argument that maybe the president should have heard what he had to say, but then hold a joint press conference with him?
I know.
No way in hell.
Well, especially sucking up, saying, boy, he did great. Congratulations. Here's my hand. And, boy, the better you do, the better I'll do. I think he's going to surprise people. Even conservatives will like what he's going to do. And I'm thinking, oh, my God.
Now, listen,
please.
This is the camel's nose under the tent.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. This man and his ideology.
He's a Jew hater. Everything he does is anti-everything that stands for goodness. I'm sorry.
Well, he doesn't only hate Jews. He hates anybody that's not a Muslim.
Police, I mean, everything. I can't believe that this was a sweet love fest meeting today about how wonderful they are and how great they're going to be to work together. That's fine. I'm not a role model in this, I guess. I mean, I can't believe he didn't say, listen, you think you're going to kick Netanyahu, arrest Netanyahu, I'll break your freaking neck, scumbag. And by the way, keep people in jail for once. How about that? I can't believe it.
Mondami has no legal right and no legal power to arrest Netanyahu. The International Court of, gosh, I'm so close to saying some ugly things on here. The United States does not and has never accepted their jurisdiction. It is a nothing. Yeah. And listen, when are the people of this country going to wake up to the threat that is this disgusting, putrid pile of vomit, so-called religion they call Islam?
Yeah, well, but... Well, look what we just talked the story about what's happening in Minnesota. The number one fundraising group for Al-Qaeda terrorists and Al-Shabaab is apparently Minnesota taxpayers, part of their welfare funds and stuff.
When I was on the air, I was telling people that the Council on American Islamic Relations is a complete fraud. Dedicated to the destruction of the United States. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of that. Now look, I know some Muslims.
So do we. We have a great new American citizen, one of the great Muslims of all time. We have a lot of people like that listening.
Yeah,
to us.
I mean, and so it's not nice to call them muzzies. It's fun.
No, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it.
But anyway, but I'm sorry, they are captive to this disgusting pile of dog poo that they call their religion. It was formed by some desert rat. Never mind.
Wow.
Anyway, so arguably talk to him, but then put him in a press conference? No. And remember that this guy is, as a devout Muslim, dedicated to the overthrow of the government of the United States. Yeah. And depending upon his allegiance to Muslim and Sharia law, it is his duty to kill every infidel he encounters. If he cannot convert them or take them as a slave, he kills them. Yeah. That's the religion. Well, and I don't think Trump has had a very good week.
Well, no, I was hoping that he would come out and have a joint meeting like this, and I would hope Donald Trump would say something like, "Oh, we had a great meeting." Now, of course, he's never going to be able to, just start emptying out the prisons and eliminate the police departments, and he's sure not going to be able to take away millionaires' houses to give it to the poor. But he can't do those kind of things. But we'll try to work. I mean, he could have done something to say, "Now, wait a minute, who do you think you freaking are? You're not going to do the stuff you've been talking about for a year now."
I'll say that for that Muslim. He is glib, isn't he?
He's great. He what a campaigner. He's happy. He's smiling. He's got great news. He's got great optimism for the future. I mean, he sounds like $1 million guy. I mean, you have to give him credit for the crap that he's pulling off, and it's working. It's unbelievable.
Look, he has a wonderful smile.
He's got a great attitude. He's smiling and happy. We're all I mean, listen to his words.
He's not quite as rancid as that new mayor of Seattle.
Oh, good Lord. She's oh, God. And by the way, she made a very proud announcement that now that she's working for a living, her parents no longer have to pay her food bills. Oh, my God. This goes to show what communism is. And she says, finally, I got a job, so I don't have to have my parents. Oh, I mean, just everything about this is a nightmare.
Now, in Seattle and in New York, How are these people elected? The votes of young people who are disgusted. They're walking around with their damn gender studies degrees, and they can't get a job. And the reason they can't get a job is because of capitalism. And so what's the answer? Get rid of capitalism. We need socialism so I can get a job. By the way, have you heard the latest alphabet soup on lesbians and furries and all that?
Oh, you have a new letter combination, you mean, or what?
Yeah, you ready for this?
Okay, please.
It's LGBTIQCAPGNGFNBA. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's.
Now, how the hell? I don't even. I mean, there's no possible way that. I mean, please.
Well, it starts out with lesbian. I call them vegetarians, but they like their L. Well, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, queer, asexual, pansexual, gender nonconforming, gender fluid, non-binary, and androgynous.
Yeah, see, that's the later stuff.
Yeah, and don't forget aromatic. They only like people that smell a certain way.
Oh, Lordy. And again, have you seen these creeps out and doing some more of their dancing dressed in costumes and stuff to complain about ICE agents? And I mean, that's what they do is they have a protest dancing around in costumes with signs that say ICE's agents are Nazis. I mean, oh, my God.
But anyway, this gal in Seattle, not only does she want government-run grocery stores, they can't close. They can't close if you want to. People out there, you're going to be assigned a grocery store on the basis of your zip code, just the way your kids are assigned to a school and it's going to work out just about as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And then, by the way, Donald Trump, while you're out there tossing around things about traitors and executions and all that crap, ABC is not licensed by the federal government.
I know. No, that's right. He keeps saying that. The FCC controls radio and TV stations licenses, and the rules have way changed to become way more lax than they ever were. The equal time provision and fairness doctrine, stuff like that. Everything's different. Taking meter readings, everything is, way different.
He said, they ought to take away ABC's license.
They don't have a license.
One.
There's no license.
Come on, you make such a basic mistake.
I know.
When, I'm sorry, he's had a bad week. I'm just very much tired of him right now.
Well, I think he handled this thing really the wrong way at the White House meeting. You
don't give that grinning Islam.
Jeez.
And if he had his way, he'd go through the White House and find all the gays in there and toss them off the South Portico before he went back to New York City.
But believe what he has said in the past about what he believes, and he believes in world government supersedes any city government. I mean, he's been that very clear, and I can't believe that Donald Trump, is sucking up to him and saying, "Yeah, we're going to work together. It's going to be great. He's better than you think." No,
it's not
flabbergasted.
No. It's going to be a disaster. And I don't know. I think you wanted him to win. I did, because he needs to be made an example of.
Well, see, we need to show what happens when an actual socialist communist takes control of a major city, especially the major city, and see what the reaction is, what he tries to do. And then we'll say, see, we told you he was going to try to do that, and there's going to be an uproar every time. As soon as he starts emptying the jails or cuts all whatever. I mean, first thing he does, we're going to see. We'll find out how they feel about it.
Kim are on my retirement bucket list, okay? It was go up to New York City and just get a nice apartment or a good hotel suite for 1 month and just experience what it is like to be in Manhattan with 17,000 restaurants and all this.
Yeah, well,
they could pave the streets.
That's off your old list, isn't it?
It is.
I can't imagine.
Certainly off the list now.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Now, can we talk about Anna Kepner?
Holy cow, what a case. The girl on the cruise ship. Holy cow. And her 16-year-old stepbrother.
Do you have any
Wow.
Without voicing it, do you have any doubt what happened to her?
No, obviously it was very clear. And for those who are just joining us or don't know the story, the young girl was on a cruise ship with her family.
Well, but perhaps one of the most screwed up families in the history of familydom.
Yeah, as it turns out, more and more and more. And she was an 18-year-old girl. Her ex-boyfriend says that the 16-year-old stepbrother was obsessed with her. They caught him once climbing on top of her when she was sleeping in bed. The girl was scared of him because he always carried her knife. Her stepbrother always carried a knife. And, I mean, good God.
And now the cause of death is that she was strangled.
Yeah. And hidden under the bed and wrapped in life jackets and the I mean, I can't. Can you imagine being with the family on the boat and they didn't know even where she was for a day? Finally, a maid found her cleaning up, and then the family's with her, and then they know it's the stepson. Her mother wasn't even invited to the funeral because they have family spat, and the fathers have been accused of beating up I don't know. The whole thing's just horrible.
Well,
just freaking horrible.
As an attorney here. Let me help you with what you really meant to say.
What I meant to say. I said accused. I think I said accused. Fairly clear I said accused.
We highly suspect that her stepbrother killed her.
Yeah, we do.
We don't know.
FBI's on it,
We don't know it.
No,
but if he is charged, let's hope that he is charged as an adult.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Who's going to decide that? A judge or a commission or somebody's going to have to decide.
And under the laws of what would he be prosecuted?
International, what are international laws on an international cruise line, I wonder?
Is walk the plank still an option?
I don't know. Boy, that'd be fun, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What a horrible thing. Well, just a horrible thing. And I mean, it's a horrible thing.
And by the way, girls, if you're listening, I know Kimmer has a huge office of nubile young teenage girls.
Well, they're on, I have the...
but look at this. Club. Look at this poor Anna Kepner. All of these videos of her setting up her camera and standing in front of her camera and going through these silly-ass little dance moves.
I know.
I mean, what's that all about?
Well, that's what they do. Everything's a click thing and on social media, and she's 18. That's what they do. I mean, they grow up on the phone. I'm telling you this. I keep saying this. These yesterday's cigarettes. It's a TV satellite station in your pocket. It's just it's wonderful and dangerous at the same time.
Okay, the Babylon Bee of the week for me.
Yeah.
Was it? I'm not going to say it exact. Oh yeah, it is.
Go ahead. I read those all every day.
Yep. Starving African children raise money to feed Ariana Grande.
Right. Boy, does she look horrible. I mean, she was so beautiful, and she's a snotty little snot. I mean, I hate everything about her.
I hate America.
She was so beautiful, and then she got anorexic or something. Oh Lord. What a shame. Anyway, that's whatever.
But I love that she's starving African kids collecting money to feed her.
I love it. Anyway.
Sure, what a mess. Kimmer, I'm ready for the asteroid of death right now.
Well, by the way, that ship, that asteroid that's flying around up there, now the Harvard professor says there's more evidence that it may be using its ability with some kind of force from inside it to destroy miniature meteorites in its path as it travels so that it doesn't destroy the inner machinery of whatever this thing is.
If they can prove that, and if they can determine that sucker really is heading straight for us, could you imagine the panic in the streets when that becomes public?
Well, actually, I don't think it will. Honestly, I think if the government said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. They're out there. They're here. They've been with us for thousands of years.
Of course they're out
and
there.
Clearly, if they wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So we're going to say we're going to do all we can to try to make we continue the survival of the species and see what the hell is up so that we handle this because they're obviously super intelligent more than we are. And if they wanted us dead or wanted to, suck our blood for their energy or something, we'd be dead. So what's to worry about? I mean, they're not going to kill us, so they already would have.
The only thing that has ameliorated, how do you like that?
Big time Charlie. Well,
big time word, yeah. My belief that the aliens are out there and among us is that not only do we have billions of stars, but we have how many billions of years?
Well, infinite. Who knows?
Well, sure, this intelligent life may have or may now exist out there. but it also has to happen in that tiny little time frame during which we have existed.
Yeah, we haven't been around that long.
Well, we haven't, and we're not going to be. People think the United States. The United States of America is just going to go on forever. Are you kidding me? It's 250 years old, and that's small time compared to other empires and what have you. This country is not bulletproof, and it's people like Mondami and Jasmine Crockett. I can't say her name without laughing.
Yeah, and the mayor of Los Angeles is going to get a competition now from another communist socialist in Los Angeles, and I'll bet that person will win after what that mayor's gone through. And so here we go. East Coast, West Coast, and right in the middle, and we're off.
I'm moving to Thrall, Texas.
Thrall, Texas? I don't know.
400 people.
I love it.
In fact, somebody suggested, because I posted a picture on my Facebook page the other day of the farm outside of Thrall, Texas, where I lived with my grandparents, and when my dad was overseas, I lived there, and I went to school in Thrall, where my grandfather was on the board, and I posted a picture of the farm, and
cool.
I said, "There's that house right there. That's where my dad was born in 1921." And then somebody said, "Why don't you go buy the farm?" Which, of course, I could afford to do.
Well, there you are.
Yeah, why don't you just go buy the farm, build a nicer house, and move there and enjoy your retirement in peace and tranquility? I thought, damn, that's a good idea.
Well, there you go.
So I actually asked my brother to see if the farm is for sale.
Yeah, and what did he find out?
I don't know. I haven't heard back from him.
I'll make him an offer.
That would mean you're in thrall.
I'm enthralled.
You're enthralled.
You know what the word means, don't you?
Enthrall means excited or...
No.
What?
Controlled.
No, the word thrall is
I thought you meant enthralled.
For slave.
Thrall means slave?
Thrall, and so enthrall, like I'm a slave to that idea. I'm enthralled.
Oh, I see where that comes from now.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a word for slave. And if people are wondering where Thrall, Texas is, you just head north on 35 out of Austin, hang a right at Round Rock, go through Hutto and Pflugerville, and then get to Taylor, make a left in Taylor, go about a mile and a half, and then turn right, and you'll be in Thrall in 4 miles.
Oh, turn right after Taylor? I thought
No. You turn right just past the Needham Schwenker Pharmacy.
Oh, okay. Again, I totally missed it.
Yeah. So
outstanding. Well, I'll have to get there.
In fact, my aunt's house in Thrall, they sold that, and some Latinos bought it and painted it green, and we've got a little gang we're putting together to go back there and paint it the way it's supposed to be and let them complain.
Okie dokie. So, we'll get your bond cashed for you there,
But I loved life in Thrall. I loved life on the farm, except for the chickens, the damn chickens.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather was a farmer. We used to go, love to visit, and I grew up in little towns. Absolutely.
If you wanted to get me upset, tell me to go collect the eggs.
Well,
I'm not going there.
I got whipped. My brother Gene and I both got whipped with my grandfather's leather razor strop because we broke eggs in his chicken house, and my father stood by while he gave us the punishment because Grandpa was still Grandpa.
Well, did you break them on purpose?
I can't remember. Apparently we did, or we were throwing them or something. We obviously didn't take it seriously. I was probably 4.
Have you ever told your listeners about your relationship with Meghan Markle before she met Prince Harry?
It was a one-time thing. It was like a weekend.
That was enough for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, God. Oh, you ever seen the feet on her? Never mind. That's a wrong story.
No.
Oh, God.
But I was reading an article about her, and
God, is she in the news again lately too?
Well, yeah. I mean, she's just fading away. But her, Love Meghan, her Netflix series, that really went out well, didn't it?
Yeah.
But But apparently, somebody, Kirsten Fleming, I think, went to interview her, and she was staying in the house of a friend in Los Angeles at the time, and so when Kirsten, what's her name again?
Fleming from New York Post, I think.
Yeah. And so when I entered the house manager, there were only two people in the house, and Megan demanded that the house manager stand there and say, "Megan, Duchess of Sussex," as she walked into the room.
Oh, no. Are you serious? That can't be true. That can't be true. Oh,
she's claiming that. She's claiming that.
Lordy.
You know, the Kirsten White said that this is kind of like that Saturday Night Live sketch in which Garrett Morris, playing a crier at a Victorian-era ball, stood up and announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, Lord and Lady Douchebag."
Repeating tonight's top story for the deaf. You know,
boy, Saturday Night Live is not what it used to be.
It used to be so funny.
Can you believe Dan Aykroyd drank that fish?
I know. I had them all on my radio show in the mid-'70s, all of them. I had Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, the little teeny one who married to the funny actor guy who died. Oh, God, I hate my wife.
Oh, but that nailed that one down.
No, Emily Latilla.
Gilda
Radner. My wife made her a birthday cake, knowing that she was coming in on the show. And Jane Curtin. I mean, had them all on my show. And Belushi was out of control. Like he was totally high on something. He was bouncing around the studio. It was
unbelievable. You know, the University of Georgia had the chance to be the
I heard that, yeah.
The filming site for whatever the name of that movie was, Animal House.
Yeah.
They turned it down. Probably they thought it would reflect bad on.
Well.
So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And my golf game sucks.
Well, Neil, I had the best round I've ever had. I haven't played golf in 15 years, but I played charity tournament things. So I played a charity thing last time, the Veterans Tournament a couple weeks ago, and I hit the ball best I have in years for not playing.
I am really campaigning for two things at my golf club, okay?
Yeah.
Two things.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm being stonewalled, but now let's remember when I was living in Atlanta, I had some money. I wanted to join a golf club.
Yeah.
So I thought that since I was living on Paces Ferry Road, that it would be nice.
The town club?
That it might be nice to be a member of the Cherokee Town and Country
Town Club. Yeah, one of the great clubs of all time. Yeah,
I know. So I paid my application fee and applied to become a member at Cherokee. And then Donna and I went to dinner one time. With the committee that was going to decide. My sponsors were the chairman of the Democrat Party of Georgia for one.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the Waffle House dude, Joe Rogers, for another.
Okay.
And I forget the third one it was, but anyway. Weeks went by. I said, and I called and said, "Hey, you know, what the hell? I mean, when do I get my invitation? When do I get, sworn?" And a friend of mine said, "Neil, I don't know how to tell you this, but the committee decided that they weren't even going to invite you.
Yeah.
They weren't even going to vote on it. Yeah. They're so disgusted by you that they just..." that they did not want you to be part of this country club. Yeah. Okay, well, when do I get my application fee? Feedback? Are you crazy? You don't get that back.
Yeah, this is the same thing about me before I ever even had to apply, so you have no chance. Because I apparently had been attacking a rather senior, important member of the Cherokee Town Club during a political season, and they said, because actually one of the members took me and my wife to dinner there, had a wonderful time, and we're talking about of trying to become a member until someone else said, "No, they already talked about it. There's no way. Don't even try."
Well, I mean, and this happened just before the Peachtree Road Race, okay?
Yeah.
And how do I know that? Because right after I found out that they weren't even going to vote on it, that I'm standing out in front of the condo I lived in at the time.
Yeah.
So it might have been called 2500
Party
Peachtree.
City?
But anyway, I'm standing out. I'm just watching the runners go by. You know, there's a funny thing about people running the Peachtree Road Race, especially the women.
Yeah.
The further you get into the runners, the more generously endowed they are.
Yes, just because they're slower, so they bounce around quickly.
And the ones in the front are amenorrheic.
They run like men, I think that probably means.
But anyway, so I'm standing on Peachtree Street watching them go by, and then I hear this voice out of the crowd. "We kept you out of Cherokee, didn't we, you bastard?"
Oh, boy. Wow. Well, there you are. Yeah, nobody's going to ask the Kimmer to belong in any clubs either.
So where did I join? I joined that downtown club.
Little nine-holer with Louis Grizzard.
Yeah, what a great group of people at that golf club.
Famous. I can't remember the name of the thing. What's the name of that nine-hole famous golf course Pete Davis and Louis Grizzard belonged to? The golf course Louis Grizzard used to play all the time. The nine-hole course, the famous course downtown.
Well, with 18 sets, 18 tees,
different
by the way.
Tees, Oh, crap. I almost had it. Oh, crap, I almost had it. The name's not... I almost had it again. No, I will get it.
Welcome to the club, Kimmer.
Oh, I hate this.
Not Bobby Jones,
No. It's a famous,
it's a private club,
very private, exclusive club that all the hot shots go to play. Oh, my God. We'll get it. Kimmer Pete Fly. Neil Boortz, have a great day. I heard you with your tribute to your sweet lady with your commentary today. I thought that was very sweet. Nice job.
She's my life.
There you go. All right, Kimmer Pete Flounder and Neil Boortz. Thanks, man. Have a great weekend. 4:31. Here we go.
What is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
Georgia Tech men's basketball single game tickets for the 2025-26 season are now on sale. Secure your seat in the Thriller Dome to watch head coach Damon Stoudemire and the Yellow Jackets take on ACC opponents at home like Clemson, Wake Forest, and North Carolina. Angle pass tipped away, stolen, high post, Dongo. Dongo striding in, two-hand slam. Save your seat for all the on-court action at RamlinRack.com/tickets. Sting 'em.
Hey, this is John Flading, the owner of ATL Turf Co. If your grass didn't grow this summer, there's a good chance it won't grow this spring. It's time to think about a custom, low-maintenance, pet-friendly, artificial lawn that will stay green year-round. So this holiday season, give the gift that keeps on giving. A perfect backyard or custom golf green from ATL Turf Co. See what's possible for your home. Read our 5-star reviews and book your appointment today at atlturfco.com. Spots are filling up fast, so call now 404-825-7063.
You know, if people are kidding me, I'm serious about going to Atlanta Safe House, guys, and getting yourself a nice little jewelry safe or something for your wife for Christmas or just because you'll love her. And then she'll say, "What do you got me a safe at that?" And then she opens it up and there's a little piece of jewelry in there, something sweet and a couple of notes. Come on, you're killing me. It's a great time. Well, it's a great idea. Plus, Atlanta Safe House always has sales and specials and rebates. Holy smokes, if they got rebates. And you know, they moved. They're now on Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And in honor of that, they're giving you great
great deals. I mean, as simple as that. My first gun safe is one of their top brands, Browning. They also have all those top brands, so Atlanta Safe House. And don't forget, any gun safe, you don't pay any sales tax on gun safes, Atlanta Safe House. Pistol safes and gun safes of all shapes and sizes. They have safes with nooks and crannies to hold paperwork and jewelry and cash and things like that. They can make you a vault door. They have safes to hold bows and arrows and file organizers and whatever you're looking for, I'm telling you. They can, if you have a safe that's not working well, they can fix it. They can change your master reset code. Jeff and Mark and these folks, I'm telling you, Atlanta Safe House, they protect your rights as well as they protect your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's, and running a business is tough. Juggling clients, employees, cash flow. Why worry about IT? iTech Atlanta can keep your systems running securely and smoothly so that you can focus on your business, minimize downtime, and protect against cyber threats, all at a predictable, fixed, low monthly cost. For 25 years, iTech Atlanta has been helping businesses just like yours. They would love to manage your IT on time and under budget. Learn more. Visit iTechAtlanta.com. We manage your IT so you can manage your business.
A born leader never rests. The GLE SUV continues to advance its legacy with intuitive technology, rich refinement, and all-hybrid power, including a plug-in model. From safety to style, leadership is a GLE family value. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 SUV. Just $759 per month for 36 months with $62.13 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration, now through December 1st. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through December 1st, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Hey, folks, how you doing? Kimmer here. Before you hang those Christmas lights, get your outdoor space looking sharp. My friends at Stovall & Company have been doing it right for over 75 years. Family-owned business, locally run. They've opened their 11th location up there in Canton, Union Hill Road. You know, they have everything, by the way, trees and shrubs and stone and soil and irrigation supplies, all wholesale stuff, and they'll even deliver. If you need it right there, it's probably already on the way. Family business doing the year strong. Visit StovallInc.com. They have it all. StovallInc.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. Many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Sean, is this a dangerous assumption?
It can be, because you know what? Lower taxes in retirement can be a myth. It's not always true, right? Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxed, right? Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable, so that needs to be accounted for. And that's why it's so important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes wherever possible.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
Hey, look, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get a copy today by calling or texting the word WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters on everything from Social Security to investments to income planning. We include guides in there as well as on strategies for income planning, for taxes, and even dealing with recessions in retirement, among other things. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text the word WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. And the team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Firm does not provide tax services.
Ding, da, da, dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Little Don Henley here. A little dirty laundry for old Don Henley on this day in 1980 when police arrested him after they found a 16-year-old girl at his home in Los Angeles who was suffering from a drug overdose, and she didn't have any clothes on. Golly, Don. 16 and naked and high, and he received a $2,000 fine and probation. So that's really make sure he never do that again, by golly, because, you got to learn a lesson of these freaking celebrities. Who do they think they are? A good 20 years in prison. Oh, sorry. Anyway. Let's see. Our birthday list. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? 439. Our birthday list includes Marlo Thomas. That girl, the TV show That Girl. She was Rachel's mom on Friends. She's Phil Donahue died, right? Didn't we talk about him dying? Phil Donahue died. She was his wife for many years, Phil Donahue's wife. And Marlo Thomas is Danny Thomas's daughter. Danny Thomas, famous for doing the commercials for the child hospital thing, the Lebanese hospital system, or whatever the hell it is. I can't remember. What is it? Danny Thomas's... the ones with the little funny cars, isn't it? A little funny motorcycles.
No,
Shriners.
that's not
Isn't
them.
it Shriners?
No.
Isn't it Danny Thomas?
No.
Wasn't it Shriners? Whatever it was. Anyway, Danny Thomas, Make Room for Daddy, and that with a little girl, Angela Cartwright. I think was her first TV series when she was a teeny little girl. Anyway, Marlo Thomas is 88 years old today. That's hard to believe. Shall I tell my Phil Donahue story again? Or sorry,
Mike the engineer.
Yeah.
Says it's Ansley Golf Club. Maybe?
Ansley. Oh, God.
Ansley.
Yeah, Bill.
All right. Secondly, and it's St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis.
St. Jude's. In fact, I got a very quick message again from our guy Bill Sheehan, who said it was Ansley Golf Course. I forgot. And the phones went nuts. And thank you all so much. I'm sorry. I have that name. It's a name thing. If it's a name of something, it's not coming out of my head. What happened yesterday? We're talking about Chuck Connors, and I remembered it was Johnny. What's his name with the song Happy Birthday, Cindy. It's Cindy's birthday. I can remember everything but the name. Anyway, so it's a thing that happens, so I beg your pardon. All right, now, one more, let's see, a little historical thing here for you very quickly. It was 1955. Elvis Presley signs with RCA Victor for $40,000. $40,000 for RCA Victor. A top executive at Columbia Pictures and Columbia Records said no singer's worth that much. $40,000 in 1955 is about $500,000 today. And he had said nobody's worth that kind of money. Even Elvis Presley. So there you go. All right, 404-741-1230. And again, thank you all for the Ansley Golf Club things. I got to just, sorry, just basically incompetent in many ways. Yeah, okay, here we go. Department of Justice, more records subpoenaed. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan got his phone records subpoenaed starting in 2022, and it reached back for 2 years. A 2-year period. And the federal prosecutor, who later worked on special counsel Jack Smith's investigation, ordered Verizon to hand over the phone data. In fact, we'll play the soundbite here, cut number 2 of Congressman Jim Jordan talking to me exclusively last night at my house. He flew in just for an interview right here, number 2 there.
That's outrageous. Do you know why they tapped your phone, Jim?
Well, it's interesting. It's part of this Arctic Frost investigation, but they went all the way back to January of 2020. I mean, that was a year before January 6th. That was a year before the election, for goodness sake. But for 2.5 years, Stuart, we knew they spied on President Trump. We had learned here in the last several weeks that it was, senators and some other members. But this was for 2.5 years. Every call you make, who you call, who calls you, how long the call lasts, where you're at when you make the call. For 2.5 years. I mean,
probably the most expansive publicly known subpoenas targeting senators and former House members during Arctic frost, which was under the direction of Christopher Wray, the disgrace of Atlanta, the former director of the Federal Bureau of Insurrection. The subpoena, one of the first known cases in Arctic frost, issued when Jordan was serving as the top Republican on the Judiciary Committee. Details about calls and messages were sent and received didn't include a lot of stuff, but it had everything else in there. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy had his records checked. Chuck Grassley, Marsha Blackburn. Well, you know all this story. Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Ron Johnson. And again, this was, this is going on for years.
Yeah. I mean, they turned their entire apparatus of the federal government spy system and law enforcement against their political opponent. I've never heard of anything like this in our history.
The whole thing.
And if people don't go to prison for this, then it's just going to continue.
Well, in fact, that brings to the. And by the way, not only the Department of Justice, the FBI, the intelligence community, the Department of Homeland Security, Mayorkas, and all those fake things,
the phone companies.
Everybody, the phone companies, the people who were all these subpoenas. And by the way, we need people to go to jail. And by the way, speaking of this showed up, I think it was on Politico. In fact, let me get I've got it. Take me just a second here, Flounder. I'm going to go, boom. According to Politico, I got it on Mr. Phone here, so I didn't want to bother the thing with the thing. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Crap, don't give me that. Stand by. Here it is. Between 2002 and 2016, J.P. Morgan filed 7 special, what the hell's the name of those things? The reports, the special suspicious reports for banking things, money laundering reports. J.P. Morgan filed 7 money laundering reports flagging only $4 million in suspicious transactions from Jeffrey Epstein's accounts between 2002 and 2016. They flagged 7. In 2019, the bank filed 2 more flagging more than 5,000 suspicious wire transfers for more than $1.3 billion. 5,000 suspicious banking wire transfers for $1.3 billion with J.P. Morgan Chase and Jeffrey Epstein. It's crucial Congress and the U.S. Department of Justice investigate whether the bank deliberately withheld information from the Treasury Department in violation of the Bank Secrecy Act, because no one knew about it for years. And now suddenly when the information's coming out, so is this. J.P. Morgan, Asset Wealth Management Division, Mary Erdoes, memo said maintained regular contact with Epstein and kept close tabs on him while he was a client of the bank. 5,000 money laundering wire transfers for $1.3 billion. Anybody going to jail there? Holy smokes.
It's all a joke. And we all know it's a joke at this point, the federal government. But if nobody goes to jail for doing the most heinous attack on the political opponent we've ever had, then give it up. It's over.
It really was the whole government used for a political attack on the enemy. Seriously, remember the education department working with the FBI to call parents, insurrect? The whole freaking government.
They did more energy and time going against their political opponent and against parents at school board meetings and Catholics than they've gone after any domestic terrorist about any of this Antifa or any of this crap that's going on in the mosques.
At least that's changing now, but that was that 4 years. 4 years. That's what happened. The swamp was way bigger than we thought, and still there. All those people voting, they took a vote on socialism in the Congress. More than 150 senators are supporting socialism in America. They voted yes to accept socialism. Oh, my God. 447. Sorry, Flounder, I'm a little late here. Give her Pete and Flounder. Here we go. God grief. Mercy.
It's time for the Boortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
No politics. I've had it up to here, and I have an earnest wish never to hear the words Jeffrey Epstein again in what's left of my existence. You're not supposed to say things about dead people unless it's good. Well, he's dead. Good. We're coming into Thanksgiving week, and I was really, kind of odd for me, thinking about some of the things that I'm really thankful for. So over the course of the next couple of days, you may hear about some of them. I'm going to start out with, of course, Donna the Queen. Thank you, Donna, for not turning and running screaming into the night when I fixed that Swedish meatball dinner to impress you. You gave me another shot. Thank you. Oh, and while we're at it, thank you again, Donna, for after I was offered that job at the GE flagship radio station in Schenectady, New York, telling me that you hate that damn place. I turned down the job, I drove back to Atlanta, and I got into law school. And while we're at it, okay, thank you also, Donna, for your response when I told you I just couldn't do 2 jobs, talk radio and practice law, anymore. You asked me which one I liked the most. Radio, I said. You asked me which one will I make the most money. Law practice, I said. Little did I know. You told me, quit the law practice, do the radio. And speaking of radio, another thank you to the suits at WGST. When my contract was up, this would have been about 1992, I told them that I was only going to do radio and that I needed more money. They came back with an offer of less money. I was gone. The next day I was hired by another station, 3 times what I was making with the WGST crowd. Gee, I've just scratched the surface here. So I guess there'll be more next week. It's nice to sit back and count your blessings once in a while. Neil Boortz, Extra 106.3.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Steel. Are your fall projects piling up? Let's stay ahead of every cleanup job with the power and durability of Steel Power equipment. From blowers that clear your yard in no time to chainsaws and trimmers that make fall work easy, Steel has the tools built to last season after season. And when you're ready to gear up, head to Howard Brothers, your trusted Steel dealer. Their team will help you find exactly what will make your fall jobs feel effortless. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Steel and Howard Brothers.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a 3rd-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad, Mike. Dad, why are we always talking about Christmas before Thanksgiving?
Because now is when you start thinking about those seriously special Christmas gifts. The ones that impress her friends, the in-laws.
Now's the time for custom, personalized jewelry gifts designed just for you by our expert jewelers.
Whether it's a custom birthstone pendant or that one-of-a-kind dream engagement ring, our jewelers can make something you can't find anywhere.
And why design it with D. Geller & Son?
Easy. We're the experts. Add unbeatable quality and value, and you have an unforgettable gift that lasts a lifetime, not the last thing left in December.
It's also a great time to shop the classics, from timeless pearl strands for $135 to gold and diamond hoops for $13.95. Buying now gives you time for 0% APR financing or free layaway.
So beat the crowd, play it smart, and plan ahead this holiday season.
At D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Get a great deal on a new Subaru and give back. It's really that easy. For every new Subaru bought or leased during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will make a donation to national and local charities that our owners care about. The Subaru Share the Love event has supported more than 2,700 hometown charities. And by the end of our 18th year, Subaru and retailers like Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated more than $350 million to charity. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, you get a great vehicle and support a great cause. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Additionally, for every Subaru vehicle routine visit during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $5 to our hometown charity. But it's only happening now through January 2nd. So hurry in to Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Mustang Sally, baby. Look out.
Slow down that Mustang, baby girl. In 1974, Wilson Pickett got arrested in New York City for possession of a dangerous weapon after he pulled a gun on somebody during an argument. Well, we've all done that. God, that shouldn't be a crime. You know, the guy's threatening
earlier
you.
Today.
Yeah, well, there you are. Some just getting in your car or what? A grocery store?
There was a raccoon out there trying to build a nest.
Well, there you are. I mean, you can't take that kind of stuff from just any raccoon. Sorry. And now, your birthday list here today. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? Starting to get dark. Juliet Mills' birthday today. Juliet Mills is 84. Juliet Mills was a nanny in The Professor and QB7, which was a well-known movie thing, I think, there for a while. Anyway, and on this day in history, we're going to do a little spoiler here in case you want to go back 45 years. On this day in 1980, 78 million people tuned in to watch the TV show Dallas to find out who in the hell shot JR. He was shot at the final episode of the season before, and so everybody tuned in to find out who in the hell shot JR. It was a big secret, the highest-rated TV episode ever at that point in 1980. No one had watched a TV show more than this one. It turned out to be Kristen. Kristen was JR's scheming sister-in-law and mistress who shot him in a fit of anger. JR did not press charges because Kristen claimed that she was pregnant with his baby. And so anyway, there you go. But Flounder, I'm sorry, we have a thing in there, or were you okay, Larry?
All is well.
Oh, okay, I thought you had to do something. What's that?
I just read, did you know that raccoons are not native to Germany?
To Germany? Well, why would you think they'd be native to Germany?
Well, they were introduced in the 1920s for their pelts, but during World War II, an Allied bomb struck a raccoon farm, and a dozen or so escaped. Today, there are millions of them, and they're overrunning the cities there.
Really?
and they have a word for them. They call them wash bar, meaning washing bear.
Because they licking themselves all the time, or what? I wonder.
They wash their food.
Yeah.
They wash their food.
Oh, they're very cool. We used to have raccoons on our house, and we'd watch them take the wires off where I had wired the chimney, so they couldn't get in the chimney. And you can see them, the little fingers trying to undo the freaking wires on the chimney latch.
There's also a report today saying that the wild ones in America are becoming domesticated.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, people, you see a raccoon, you think it's a cute little thing, and you feed them. And by the way, I don't know. Actually, I did have a raccoon nest in my chimney, and I had to get him out of there, and it was unfortunate because I had to go up on the roof, and then I had to start a fire down below, and anyway. So, but I mean, I don't know that they really. I mean, I had when I was retired down in Florida. I had one used to crawl up the back of my. It was a condo in a cul-de-sac in the condo community at PGA National Golf Course place, and it was a two-bit thing, a small little condo, and my backyard was a park and a lagoon and one of those creek things, a berm, what do you call it? With irrigation system, whatever. And I had a raccoon, and I'd catch her every once in a while climbing up the back of my condo up to get on top of the roof. And he didn't hurt anything. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they're everywhere. I mean, and I don't know that they really do. They do any damage? I guess get inside your house.
Let's put them to work. They're industrious little things. We can train them. Let's put them to work doing stuff.
Well, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that's not a bad deal. Oh God, I missed a whole nother Flounder's Funny before. I still owe you two. Flounder, let's do one right here. What do you think? How about a
Put
Flounder?
stickers on your car. Despite what you think they say, no, they read, "I'm poor." No one cares who you cheer for or what you believe in. Just drive a little faster. And God forbid if you lost a loved one and you think the best way to memorialize him is by turning your Honda Civic into a moving tribute. Don't. Because the only thing that makes me want to do is T-bone you so you and Junebug can finally be together again. Like my morning commute isn't depressing enough. Now I'm stuck behind you and your word problem, trying to figure out how old this shithead was in the first place. There's not enough information. I got to pull up next to you. Was he a Gemini by chance? 15, too soon. Speed it up. Some of us aren't dead.
Mr. Daniel Tosh.
There you go. I remember didn't he have a show for a long time?
Yeah, he's an actor too. Yeah, so
but I think he had Tosh 1.0 or 3.0 or
2.0 or
something like that. Yeah, I think I remember him being a rather clever guy. By the way, for the record, speaking of the record, we talked about the economy a little while ago about the Epstein and J.P. Morgan Chase. I filled up my gas today at my Shell station right near where I live in Alpharetta. It was today. It was $3.99. 2 days ago, when I shot, that was the Shell station near me, $3.99. The Shell station near me here at the Battery on Terrell Mill Road and Powers Ferry, $4.50. $3.99 where I live, $4.50 here at the Battery. Shell station, same gas. Gee, I wonder why. Kimmer Pete Flounder, 5 o'clock. Holy crap, it's sports coming up, the latest news. We got it all, baby. Tweets, we got everything. Look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A New York state of mind. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump has called New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani a communist. He's called the president a fascist. They put all that aside today at the White House.
What I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually. And some very liberal people. He won't surprise them because they already like him.
They talked about affordability and the Middle East. Ukraine's President Zelensky says President Trump's proposed peace deal with Russia forces him to choose between his country's dignity and allied support.
He'll have to like it. And if he doesn't like it, then, they should just keep fighting, I guess.
The deal has Ukraine ceding territory to Russia.
Zelensky said today his country is ready for peace, but President Trump's really putting him between a rock and a hard place. Trump has offered Ukraine a security guarantee that's modeled on NATO's famous Article 5 that commits the U.S. and the European allies to treat a future attack on Ukraine as an attack on all. It would also require U.S. military defense.
Fox's Jillian Turner. Stocks end the day higher. There is optimism about another interest rate cut next month.
New York Fed President John Williams said that he sees room for a cut in the near term. All of the 11 S&P 500 sectors rose, and drug maker Eli Lilly hitting a milestone today and becoming the first healthcare firm to hit a market capitalization of $1 trillion as booming demand for its weight loss drugs has boosted its shares. Dow winners, Home Depot, American Express, and Sherwin-Williams. The Dow decliners, Microsoft, Walmart, and Nvidia. The Dow up 493 points. The Nasdaq higher by 195. S&P 500 up 64.
Fox's Hillary Barsky just in. North Dakota's Supreme Court upholds the state's near-total abortion ban passed in 2023, reversed by a judge last year. America's listening to Fox News.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
An official message from Medicare. Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Help! Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog target. Help, 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 help,
Look out, it's only me. It's only the Giver with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you let her rip Friday. Anything goes on 106.3. Here's the number 404-741-1230. 741-1230. We got Holy Crap at Sports coming up. More Pete's tweets. Pete's tweets and also Flounder's funnies. And stuff involving you and us and everything. And 404-741-1230. So there we go. Let's see. We got a million newsy story things going on today, including, I can't believe, the meeting with Donald Trump and the commie Mondami from New York. And Donald Trump, in fact, he said, I don't know. What do you think? Donald Trump met with him today at the White House, and he said, got some actual quotes here. He said, he predicted that the far-left socialist communists, although he didn't even call him that again today, will make New York City great again. I think he wants to make it greater than ever before, said Donald Trump, and if he can, we'll be out there cheering. I'll be cheering for him. Donald Trump says, open up another one here. He says, Donald Trump says he would be very, very comfortable living under Mayor-elect Mondami after their chummy meeting today. Yes, I would, especially after the meeting. Absolutely. Would you feel comfortable living in New York? Absolutely, he said. The Democratic Socialist Powell agreed a lot more than I would have thought we did. I want him to do a good job, help him do a great job. Let's see, one more quick update here on the president. Come on, work for me, you scumbag. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. Donald Trump also, come on, open up for me. Come on, here we go. Donald Trump says the Mondami, the commie, he now doesn't think Mondami's a jihadist. During their White House visit today, a claim that's been repeated by Representative Elise Stefanik, who's running for governor in New York. A reporter asked Donald Trump if he believed Mondami was a jihadist like Stefanik contends. Donald Trump dismissed the words as coming from a GOP gubernatorial bid. Donald Trump said, I met with a man who's a very rational person. I met with a man who really wants to see New York be great again. I'm telling you, it's one thing after another. Donald Trump was just lauding this guy, congratulated him on his victory.
Yeah, and he turns against a fellow Republican that had been supporting him.
Stefanik. And not only that,
here's the headline in the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Weary Trump caves to socialist Mondami and says, you can call me fascist in extraordinary concession. Does that sound like winning?
Yeah. He says you
know why? Because it's New York City.
It's New York
City.
They
still think it's something special.
Well, in fact, he admits it right here. He says this, quote, we have one thing in common. We want this city of ours that we love to do very well, and I wanted to congratulate the mayor. He really ran an incredible race against a lot of smart people, and that goes on. Congratulate. We talked about great things and very strong comment like hosting, getting housing built, and food and prices. Good Lord. I get, it was nice the president took the high road. He didn't do anything stupid. Nobody could complain that I guess he had to, in a way, because of the business that just happened. In fact, I'll bet it was going to go a different way. I'll bet you because of the uproar over the Democrats and that stupid ad they put out about how you can, foaming dissension in the military, and Donald Trump's reaction and all the Democrats saying he wants to execute us, he wants to kill us all, and I'll bet Donald Trump was afraid. We're not afraid, but I'll bet he figured that if he was, going to say Mondami the commie's never going to do it unless he starts believing in America again or something like that, that they would have been able to attack him once again for another thing, and that would have once again sidetracked his program to get the economy back and whatever we were trying to do here. And I'm kind of surprised. I really am.
Mondami needs the millions that the federal government can send to New York City.
Yeah.
So he's going to go in there and say to Trump whatever he thinks Trump needs to hear, so he keeps that money flowing. And basically the federal government and Trump will be propping him up.
Well, there's no way that this is going to happen if he does the things his campaign said he would do. There's no way that Donald Trump would allow that to happen, even though it is New York. Although we'll see. Maybe he's so blind to the thing about New York. I'm surprised Trump hasn't sold all his stuff in New York and made the whole thing official in Florida. To be honest with you,
it's an ego thing.
But it's his New York. Yeah, he's New York. Anyway, it's just really very, very.
I don't want
one
red cent of my tax money going to prop up New York City. They've made their bed. Let them pull themselves out of it like most of the rest of the country has to do.
Yeah, I know. Well, and again, it's scary because 80% of the young voters voted for him. And this movement, maybe they...
And leadership, look what DeSantis, he's turned Florida into probably the most efficient state in the union.
Yeah. No
New York has just completely mismanaged everything.
Yeah. And in fact,
we're supposed to support them.
Florida's now talking about getting rid of the property taxes.
Property tax, property tax, which to me is criminal. If you're over 65 and you're still paying property tax, that's just the way for the government with their cronies and the land grabbers to get your stuff, to get your land, get your house, and the inheritance tax should be thrown out the door too.
That's another thing.
Bull.
And in fact, when you think about it, if you're especially, I'm not sure this happens anymore. In fact, they say the average age these days when a person buys his first home is in the 40s. At close to 50
does surprise
for the
me.
first home.
They don't want any of us to own anything. Basically, they've let two corporations basically buy up almost everything, all the single-family homes.
And then rent it out, and then rent them out.
They want us to be a nation of renters dependent on them.
That's right. And for those people who did buy their home years and years and years ago for a certain price and paid the taxes on that, all of a sudden now that they haven't done anything wrong, but the house is a lot more valuable than it was, they're getting stuck with all this stuff for a school system where their kids don't go to school anymore because they're 40, and the parents are in their 70s, and it's So I mean, the whole thing needs to, have some adjustment of some kind. But still, again, Florida is really a remarkable achievement.
DeSantis has been absolutely incredible. He would be a great president.
Yeah.
But what are the chances?
Well, I mean, between the three of them, him and J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, I mean, there's three really good candidates right there.
Trump needs to not give a crap about New York City. Don't give a crap about the Middle East. Don't give a crap about Ukraine. The way they're going to get killed in the midterms if he doesn't get the damn grocery prices down and the gas prices further down. Because that's what's affected. No one at this point, it was sure nice he was doing peace around the world. That's great. But it's not helping us right here, right now, which is what he campaigned. He didn't campaign to be the peace president. He campaigned to bring the economy back and bring jobs back, which he's doing. It may take 2 or 3 years, but when you get trillions of dollars investment, jobs are coming if AI doesn't steal them first. But he's got to get the damn economy going where the damn prices come down, or they're going to get killed in the midterms.
Well, Scott Bessent, I heard him say, I think it was last night or yesterday at some point, he said, because of the tariffs and because of what's happening, things are being relaxed a little bit. He predicts that by the early part of next year or the middle of next year, before things worry about the midterms too much, that will start happening more. And again, the gas I paid today for $3.50 or $3.90, it was a lot higher than that recently. It is coming down some places, although the high area places like this, it's going to be more expensive. But it's happening. But again, we're not patient in America. Americans are not. They say, well, you promised us a better economy. Although, hell, I think everybody's been saying the prices for the turkey dinner this year for Thanksgiving are less than they have been. The prices are dropping.
I've heard some reports saying it's up. But it's basically the genuine thing. It hasn't come down like he said.
Yeah, like it should.
Yeah.
We'll see. In fact, here's a little thing I thought was rather bizarre today. I got my Georgia power bill in the mail.
That's another thing. The power bill's going up.
See if check this out. My power bill today for November today was $88. My power bill a year ago in November was $108. So it's not
that's good.
90. That's good. But this summer, my power bill this month was $88. My power bill in October was $176. My power bill in September was $336. My power bill in August was $558. And my power bill in July was $526.
Because you like that AC.
I keep it on 80.
You do.
I know, bullcrap. I keep it on 80. I swear to God, that thing's not humming and rumming all summer long all the time. It turns off when I leave the house. I put it up so it goes click and it's gone. So this is a bunch of crap. They'd triple the freaking rates or something over the summer because that's nonsense. There's no way. Living by myself and not there half the day? Please.
You need to stop curing bacon in the basement. I think it's a problem.
I mean, think about that. More than like $1,100 for 2 months.
I know. And everybody's complaining. It's not only the grocery prices and the gas, it's the damn power bills. That's true.
Energy. Remember the first thing Biden, we're going to need a hell of a lot more. They keep telling you AI is taking it all.
Yes.
All of it.
All our energy. Yeah, they're going to have to do. I don't like nuclear energy, but they're going to have to do it because there's no other way around it.
Have to. They've already said we're already using 90% of the available energy in our country just for AI. Not the power plants and everything, just for AI.
Yeah,
and that's what it's going to come to.
Triple it in the next decade or more.
Or we're screwed.
Probably more.
Yeah. Oh, my God. All right, Holy Crap of Sports coming up. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Look out. Here we go. Happy Friday. What do you think?
Wherever you are in Georgia, you can stream Extra 106.3 and crystal clear digital with the all-new Extra 106.3 app. Get Extra's live on-air stream in real time, or go back and listen to all your favorite shows, Neil Boortz, or original podcasts, no matter where you go. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Big moments deserve big-time craftsmanship. At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family-owned and operated since 1982 because we know what it means to show up when it counts. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, going through 20 elite artisans before it hits your hands. Not mass-produced, not generic, always personal. And with Solomon Brothers, you get lifetime cleanings, unbeatable financing, and the largest Tacori selection in Georgia. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, where love is in the details and legends are built to last. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs and official jeweler of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Oh, if only dogs could talk. I think a lot of them would say, thanks for the love, but the food's really not working for me, you know? And the truth is, they'd be right. Most dog food, wet or dry, is cooked at such high temperatures that every live nutrient is destroyed. And what's left is dead food, bulked up with fillers and sprayed, literally with artificial flavors. And that's not what your dog needs. But when you add back live vitamins, omega oils, enzymes, antioxidants with rough greens, your dog would have something very different to say. Wow, this is delicious. Hey, let's go for a walk. I feel like a puppy again. Have you noticed I'm talking and that's not natural? It's not magic, it's biology. Just don't imagine it's eating your own dog right now. You can get a free Jumpstart trial bag. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com/Beck. Use the promo code Beck, roughgreens.com/Beck, promo code Beck. If dogs could talk, it'd be a weird place to live. roughgreens.com/Beck, promo code Beck.
It was 22 years ago. The FDA approved Cialis. Gave big competition because Viagra, and Levitra only have about an hour fuse. Cialis can last for hours. And now, they say, now RBM of Atlanta is sponsoring Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis. I would not know.
It gives you the awful crick in your neck. Anyway.
Yeah, and the heartbeat really... Oh, sorry.
And the hits just keep coming. Uh-oh. The Falcons will be without defensive back Billy Bowman, who injured his Achilles tendon during a walkthrough this morning in Flowery Branch. That's right, a walkthrough.
Walkthrough, yes. Yeah.
Interim head coach Raheem Moore says it's not good. Falcons in New Orleans Sunday. The game is on Fox about 4 o'clock. Braves agreed to one-year contracts with newly acquired infielder Mauricio Dubon, lefties Joey Wentz and Jose Suarez, and outfielder Eli White. So that's good news there. The Hawks fall in San Antonio 135 to 126 last night. I can't talk. And they're off tonight. So your Hawks went down last night.
Are the scores getting a lot higher than they ever used to be? I mean, 135. I mean, everybody starts at 130, 128. I mean, holy smokes.
It's like the old ABA, man.
I just
really
bombing the thing out there.
I guess so. And everybody's hitting the threes, too, even the centers.
They're making them, yeah.
Thursday night football last night. Houston wins at home over Buffalo 23-19. Bills quarterback Josh Allen sacked a team record 8 times.
What the hell, man?
Polymarket Football tweets that Josh took more sacks last night than porn star Bonnie Blue.
I have no idea who that is. I've never heard that name.
She's the one that claimed to have sex with 400 guys in a day or something like that.
That's right.
And she's not even that good looking.
No.
We now know why Dallas receivers C.D. Lamb and George Pickens missed the first series of the Cowboys' win in Las Vegas last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Lamb says they missed curfew because they were at a casino.
Uh-oh.
He and Pickens were at the Red Rock Casino having dinner and drinks. He denied he was throwing up outside the casino, which had been mentioned on social media.
Okey-dokey.
Maybe he was with us last night at the casino thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
the Cowboys had a 10 p.m. curfew Sunday night, and they missed it. It didn't stop the guys from having great nights, though. Lamb finished with 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Pickens, a career-high tying 9 catches for 144 yards and a 37-yard TD catch.
Wow. Outstanding.
Yeah. A lot of people seem worried that Kansas City may not even make the playoffs this season.
Yeah.
Well, don't. The Chiefs special teams coach Dave Tube, whose unit's bad play is one of the many reasons KC is having a rough year, decided to take time to attack President Trump at a news conference.
Oh.
The president had criticized the NFL's kickoff rule, which just about everyone is doing, but it was Trump's opinion that raised the ire of Coach Tube, who no one had ever heard of until now, who said the prez doesn't even know what he's looking at.
Yeah, well, okay, sir.
Yeah, just shut up and blow your whistle, you fat fudge pack. Anyway, geez, how hard is it to fire a guy in Louisiana? I ask you. You fired a blind man in Louisiana once. Obviously, it's not that hard.
First week on the job.
Fired a blind man.
Fired a blind guy.
God, staple of the community.
Harvey Hagee was his name.
You poor man. Did you ever go back and look to see what happened to that poor man?
No, I have not. I have not.
Oh, boy. The LSU Board of Supervisors has authorized new university president Wade Rouse, to send former Tigers football coach Brian Kelly a formal notice of termination during a meeting today. He was fired a month ago.
Yeah, I don't.
Does he think he works for the federal government? He can't be fired? Is it going to take President Trump to get rid of this guy?
You're fired.
Yesterday, the sports media had Lane Kiffin going to Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Today, they have him going to Gainesville, Florida. Stay tuned.
Oh, my.
I love what he's done, but really, Lane, it's time to either hatch or get off the pot. Kiffin met with Ole Miss AD Keith Carter and the school chancellor today and issued a statement saying his decision will be made after the Egg Bowl next Saturday. The game will be played Friday, the day before. The way the statement worded makes me think he's leaving. The way it was worded. Brett McMurphy tweets, if white smoke emerges next week from Ole Miss's chimney, Lane Kiffin is staying. If it's gray smoke, they're serving pulled pork.
Are they even allowed to be negotiating a new contract during the season? I mean, we're still playing.
The agents control things now, and they do what they want. He really, though, is hurting his team at this
that's
point.
terrible. How are you supposed to feel as a teammate coming into the locker room?
And they got one more big game left. They got the big interstate rivalry with Mississippi State, which is down this year. But, it's always a good game no matter what's going on. It's always tight. And this is not helping the players concentrate.
I love college football.
Today and NIL and transfer portal and everything, I think they're much more mature about what's going on than the players were in the past about what's happening with the coaches. But it can't be helping.
I still love college football, but I don't like what they're doing to it. That's for sure.
I don't either.
Sorry.
As for the Bayou Bengals, CBS Sports reporting LSU might be open to bringing back Wait for it, Ed Orgeron.
You were just talked about Ed Orgeron. Tell us a story, Ed.
He says I could get my pickup truck and be there the next day. Or the same day.
Well, that doesn't sound unreasonable to me.
Please do that, LSU. I'm begging you.
Fun would
For
that
so
be?
many reasons. Please bring back Ed Orgeron.
He'd probably do great. Probably get all the people who want to go play for him.
This is a man who tried to pick up a woman at a gas pump
I know.
in Baton Rouge while he was head
You gotta
coach.
love it. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it. Rice University. And I'm not going to tell you the chant that other old Southwest Conference teams used to do when Rice would show up.
Oh, I think I've heard that chant. Yes, that's not good.
What comes out of it?
Yeah.
Rice University is having a mediocre season. They're 5-5.
Oh.
So the Owls are pulling out all the stops. They have a cunning plan to entice their fans to attend this weekend's game against North Texas, which includes offering free beer, T-shirts, and ice cream.
Oh, that can't cause a problem.
No. Rice will host number 22 ranked Mean Green, who are 9-1. There's bowl eligibility on the line for the Owls. They're hoping their students are there for the game at Rice Stadium. The school in Houston has averaged about 23,000 fans per game so far this season. The beer, T-shirts, and ice cream perks are for those in attendance with a valid student ID.
Yeah.
Free beer is only for those 21 and up. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Rice is afraid that so many students have already left campus for Thanksgiving that they won't get anybody showing up.
Oh,
and don't worry, Rice is putting in safeguards to keep things from getting out of hand with the cerveza.
Yeah.
Fans will only be allowed to get a beer from a kiosk behind the student section, and the stadium will be serving the 12-ounce cans rather than the larger ones that are typically sold at games, so no Foster oil cans or KB Tooth or anything like that out there.
Yeah.
There is no set time limit before a student can go back to get a beer. Mistake.
Yeah.
But servers and campus police will monitor the situation to ensure that no one visibly intoxicated is being overserved, like that works at every bar in America.
Yeah, especially the ball game.
The deputy athletic director says it's one beer per student per trip to the stand, so they can't come up and get a handful of them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
Baylor is bringing back head coach Dave Aranda despite the AD stepping down, and I'm shocked. I really thought when Aranda was going there from LSU after their national championship that he was going to – I mean, they got money at Baylor. They had new stadium, new facilities, everything, and he really has not done very well there, in my opinion. Youngstown State has won for the best helmet this weekend. The Penguins are their name. Did you know that? Youngstown
I
State's
did
the
not know the Penguins had it. I didn't know Penguins would be a name for any college football game team in America. Why Penguins?
Well, now you know. So on their lids, they got an angry-looking penguin this week with a big red and white stocking cap. Frankly, it's like Pingu the cartoon. It's pretty sharp. Pretty
cool.
damn sharp.
Okay.
College football, Georgia hosting Charlotte tomorrow, while Georgia Tech entertains Pitt tomorrow night. That's a big game for Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Tonight, Florida State at NC State, and Hawaii visits UNLV. I'm sure you're a big Rainbow Warriors or Rainbows, whatever they're calling
Tremendous Rainbow Warrior fan, yeah.
On this day in sports history, November 21st. By the way, I drove past, it was 1984, drove past the University of Hawaii campus, and it looked like a high school in Valdosta. It looked so small. Yeah, very tiny. Yeah. 1991, after raising his batting average by over 80 points from the last season, Braves third baseman who won the National League's Most Valuable Player award? What Jay has in the box.
What year was this?
1991.
That would be Terry Pendleton.
Very good,
Oh,
sir.
my God, I got it right. I love it.
You
I
did
got
get
it
it
right.
right. 319, 22 homers, 86 RBI, solidified the defense in the infield and the leadership role. He even defied Bobby Cox.
Remember the time when, Bobby
he walked
Cox
off the field.
He walked off.
I remember that. Walked right off third base and into the dugout.
Bobby wouldn't let the guy pitch it and hit the next batter to retaliate.
Something like
and that's exactly what it was. They wanted to hit the next batter, and the team did, and Bobby Cox said no, and so Pendleton walked off the field. Right to the dugout.
2011, Mariners outfitter Greg Hallman stabbed to death early that morning in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, by his brother, Jason.
Ooh.
The police arrest the 24-year-old younger sibling for the killing and basically put him away for the rest of his life. Or...
they didn't do that.
They released and freed him because of a psychosis induced partly by his use of marijuana. Which was deemed responsible for the singular event with only what they called a remote chance of any reoccurrence.
Because once you do marijuana, you're never going to do it again, you know.
Well, I'm so tired here. Oh, it's so peaceful. It's such a peaceful.
Yeah,
No
mellowed
one ever
out, yeah.
does anything on marijuana. The guy
Mellowed.
stabbed his brother to death.
It's a little mellowed out there a little bit.
Well, what's he got to take, a thermonuclear device to Antwerp or something before you go, maybe something to this?
Well,
I don't
they're
know.
very laid back over there.
Well, there's your excuse to the cops. I had a,
I was high, man.
I took a shot on my vape right before they got here. It pissed me off.
Just smoking weed.
There's sports.
Well, we got a couple more here. Our birthday sports list includes Troy Aikman, NFL commentator and former Cowboys legend, of course, quarterback Troy Aikman, 59. Ken Griffey Jr., 56, Major League star. Earl the Pearl Monroe, 81 today.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael Strahan, not really in the sports field anymore. Good Morning America host, Kelly Ripa's former co-host. Michael Strahan, I think, still holds the NFL record for most sacks in a season since 2001, when Brett Favre gave him the last one by laying down, which we all saw, and it was a gift.
You're right. hey, for what Merrill has between door number 3 here,
Yeah.
what 2 colleges did Troy Aikman go to?
Troy Aikman went to UCLA.
Yes, he ended up there. You're right.
And at first, I think, oh, Lord, I think I used to know this, and I don't remember.
Sooner Boomer.
Suna. I don't know what that is. Oh, Oklahoma?
Sooner Boomer, Oklahoma Sooner.
Oklahoma? Oh.
Boomer Sooner.
I don't think I knew. I'll be done. And he was the one whose father said he's not going. If you draft him, he's not going, right? Wasn't he? Wasn't it?
No, that was Eli. That was
Eli Manning,
John
right.
Elway. John Elway said he would not go to the Baltimore Colts.
That's
and so
what
they
it was.
traded him to Broncos. And Eli said, I'm not going to play for the San Diego Chargers for those horrible Spanos family that wouldn't spend their money in San Diego.
Yeah.
They do now in L.A.
Yeah.
So he talked his way out of that, too.
Yeah, I've been buzzing Troy Aikman. But hey, I don't blame him. I can see, if you have another opportunity to spend another year playing college football or, doing what you do anyway. But they still own your rights. If you, I think, as I understand, well, I don't know how they're doing it. It doesn't matter.
They got to do something with you.
Yeah. 5:30. Give her Pete Flounder. I owe you Flounder's funnies. Let's do a double Flounder. We'll do one coming back, and then we'll do one at the end. What do you think? Is that okay? We can do that. We can do whatever we want. 5:30. Give her Pete Flounder. Here we go. See what I mean?
Listen to the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Boortz, and all your favorite Extra 106.3 personalities whenever you want with the all-new Extra app. It's anytime show replays, all your favorite podcasts, and the latest political news from across Georgia. Download the Extra 106.3 app now for Apple or Android.
Well, we're back in the 70s again. Beautiful growing weather here at Stovall & Company, your wholesale landscape supply company. 3 generations, Paul and the boys. And again, I like to brag about them because they're a family business, and so they go above and beyond because they're in some big giant corporate thing where they don't care when they just have somebody else do it. So if you need something fast, I'm telling you, it's on the way out the door before you can even blink your eyes. And they've got all the shrubs and plants and trees and sod and seeds and sprinkler systems and irrigation, stuff like that, but also stuff if you need like concrete for an outdoor fireplace or kitchen, stuff like that. Believe me, they go above and beyond. StovallInc.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Get a great deal on a new Subaru and give back. It's really that easy. For every new Subaru bought or leased during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will make a donation to national and local charities that our owners care about. The Subaru Share the Love event has supported more than 2,700 hometown charities. And by the end of our 18th year, Subaru and retailers like Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated more than $350 million to charity. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, you get a great vehicle and support a great cause. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Additionally, for every Subaru vehicle routine visit during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $5 to our hometown charity. But it's only happening now through January 2nd, so hurry in to Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Steel. Are your fall projects piling up? Let's stay ahead of every cleanup job with the power and durability of Steel Power equipment. From blowers that clear your yard in no time to chainsaws and trimmers that make fall work easy, Steel has the tools built to last season after season. And when you're ready to gear up, head to Howard Brothers, your trusted Steel dealer. Their team will help you find exactly what will make your fall jobs feel effortless. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Steel and Howard Brothers.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Here we go into the darkness of our fall weather, heading toward Thanksgiving next Thursday. Holy cow. Look out, Kimmer Pete Flounder. Jimi Hendrix. 1970, 2 months after he died, Jimi Hendrix was #1 in Britain with Voodoo Child, Slight Return. It was the closing track on Electric Ladyland, the third and final album by the Jimi Hendrix Experience, 1970. This was Jimi's only British #1 single. Hendrix's solo on the track was named the 11th greatest solo of all time in Guitar World's 100 greatest guitar solos. This was number 11. Jimi Hendrix. Okay. Guy could play. Yeah, I'm sure I don't appreciate his abilities as you guys do, because I never really missed that whole segment of music was gone from the camera. Birthdays, Goldie Hawn. God bless Goldie Hawn. I always liked her stuff. I have no idea what she's like as a person, other than she once admitted that it was okay for Kurt Russell to cheat on her because, after all, he's a man, and men have needs. I swear to God, she said that in an interview, so I couldn't freaking believe it. Goldie Hawn is 80. Kate Hudson's mother. Kurt Russell's woman. They're not married.
By the way, her movies are on tonight. There's a couple of movies. I guess they do it. That somebody at Turner Classic Movies or somebody checks out birthdays and put their movies on. Her birthday, I think her movie was either last night or tonight. Goldie Hawn is 80. She was in Overboard, Private Benjamin, First Wives Club, Cactus Flower, Foul Play, The Bird on a Wire. Goldie Hawn is, and also she was in oh hell, the comedy not Smothers Brothers. What was the other one? Funkin' Wagnalls, huh? Laugh-In, yeah. Wasn't she on Laugh-In? A lot, yeah. That's where she got her amazing. Yeah. Anyway, Goldie Hawn's 80 years old. Good for her. And on this day in 1877, Scientific American says Thomas Edison has got a new invention that will blow your mind. A wonderful invention, they called it. Whoever has spoken or whatever may speak into the mouthpiece of the phonograph and whose words are recorded by it has the assurance that his speech may be reproduced audibly in his own tones long after he himself has turned to dust. The possibility is simply startling. Speech, the publication continued, has become, as it were, immortal. Edison stumbled upon the phonograph working in Menlo Park. He had a stylus on a tinfoil cylinder and sang the song, Mary Had a Little Lamb, and son of a gun, the damn thing played back. Made him world famous and dubbed the Wizard of Menlo Park. Edison in the 90s, record business suffered growth of radio, and in 29, the recording production at Edison ceased forever. Thomas Edison, before he started torturing animals and died as a horrible man, had astounding 1,093 patents. At 84, he died in 1931. Anyway, there you go. 5:39. Flounder, we owe him a Flounder's Funny. Can we do a little Flounder's Funny here, sir? Because I was very bad about running.
I realized something earlier as I'm getting older, which is fine. I'm at that point where I realize I might need glasses for reading. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I had to make the hard decision, to stop reading. Yeah, I got colors and shapes down. I'm pretty good. I have the basics. I'm cool with getting older. I knew I was getting older when I started rooting against the kids in scary movies. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Remember how you watch Friday the 13th, Halloween, teenagers do something stupid or rebellious, but you still want them to make it, you want them to live. You're like, run in the barn, he's coming, run in the barn. Now I'm like, your mom and dad told you not to leave the house. It's a school night, you're being disrespectful. They in the barn, Jason. Go get them. They in the barn. Spank them first. They was drinking too. I'm cool with it. But the downside of getting older is that you get to a point where you realize your mind and body aren't always on the same page. Oh my God. That's where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard place for dudes to be. I was playing basketball, went to block a shot, because my mind said, Ty, go block that shot. You can block that shot. Went to block the shot, my body was like, hey! Where you going?
We like this guy. Ty, so was it
Ty Barnett.
There you go. Anyway, clever fellow. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's your Friday? Let her rip, anything goes. 541-404-741-1230, 741-1230. We got some rather bizarre stories coming up. In fact, Mondami met with Donald Trump. If you just joined us and just missed it, it was unbelievable. It's a love fest. Donald Trump says this guy was great. He has great personality. He has great plans for New York. I think he's going to be a great mayor. I think people will be surprised how good he's going to be. Even our conservatives will support. I'm going, oh my God, stop. What? How is this possible? I mean, Donald Trump basically just told anybody watching that meeting that don't be afraid of a communist running a big city in America. It's all fine. We can work together. Everything will be good. You don't have to worry about communism in America today. Am I wrong that kind of got that impression that they're going to get along great? He's not afraid of them. We'll be fine. And, we have disagreements, but we can work everything out and we'll work together and have a great new... I mean, holy cow. I mean, am I being too cynical here? How does that not give permission to the country to say, well, thank God, even Trump's not upset about having a communist run in New York?
Yep. It's not a good message to send, no.
Good Lord. Anyway, a couple of weird things going on. In fact, a couple of bizarre stories in the news I wanted to get to. A couple of quick personal things, if you don't mind. I had the darndest thing today driving into work. And all of a sudden, I'm going down Terrell Mill Road, I'm driving along, and for miles, I have a ladybug on the outside of my driver's window right in front of me. Hitching a ride on the outside, you'd think the thing would be blown away for a very, very long time. And at first I thought it was just a bug, and I was going to hit the wipers to get the bug up. And I said, oh my God, it's a ladybug. Ladybugs are good news.
Or it could be a Japanese beetle, though.
No, it wasn't. I looked because I was going to squash a Japanese beetle, but it was a ladybug. And I said, so I'll leave it there. And then all of a sudden, the ladybug went into my window and landed on my shoulder and stayed there.
Well, that's good.
And I drive it along, and I didn't want to do anything. I was afraid to move because I'm driving along, and I really didn't want to move my neck. And I'm driving along with this freaking ladybug on me, and then eventually she took off out the window. But I thought, it's the stupidest little sweet thing, and I think it's good news. I think that I'm always happy for good news, so I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. And a reminder, friends, it's dark now. You're driving out and it's dark. Please put down your high beams. Okay, even in daylight, people run with their high beams on in daylight behind you or coming toward you is still annoying. But please don't use your high beams when you're in traffic. Okay, please. It's just things could happen. Let's see, 544. I'm amazed by this story until I read the whole thing, really. A Grammy Award-winning rapper, you may know the guy Pras Michel from the Fugees. One of the original founders of the Fugees, he is a Brooklyn native whose parents emigrated from Haiti, founding member of the Fugees. As friends include Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. He's won a couple of Grammy Awards on tens of millions of albums. And apparently, this guy, Michel of the Fugees, has just been sentenced in a case where he was funneling millions of dollars in foreign contributions from other countries like Haiti into President Barack Hussein Putitat's campaign in 2012. And for 10 counts of conspiracy and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government, much like Hunter Biden did and got away with, he has been convicted and just got sentenced to 14 years in prison for fundraising for Obama using foreign countries, betrayed his country for money, lied about it, carrying out his schemes. 14 years in prison, unregistered foreign agent raising money, just like Hunter Biden. Making money off of foreign countries. Anyway, let's see. He tried to end a Justice Department investigation, tampered with witnesses, perjured himself. He's lived in China. One of his financiers was a guy, Wolf of Wall Street story. And he's a fugitive, one of these guys who helped him. Anyway, Obama, 14 years for helping Obama, raising millions of dollars. Let's see. In New York City, Charles Forner's almost 70 years old. A guy was coming at him with a knife. He thought it was a knife. It was kind of dark, coming at him. So the guy said, I've got a gun. He pulled a gun out and shot the bad guy and killed the bad guy who was lunging at him. And now the prosecutors have said, well, you were not able to have a gun in your possession in New York, so you're going to jail for 4 years for defending himself with a gun, which he sees he's almost 70 years old. His lawyer was the same lawyer who defended Daniel Penny from the choking subway case from the Marines some time ago. He was a hero put in an impossible position by draconian Big Apple gun laws. So law-abiding citizens can't protect themselves, can't get a permit to carry a firearm unless you're somebody big-time Charlie, big shot. And now he's going to prison for protecting himself with a gun in New York. I'll bet you Mondami's cheering. 547, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? All right, everything's fine. We'll have one more coming up for you. Flounder's funny. And we got any tweet? You want to do some tweets? Sure. I'll do some tweets coming up next. All right, look out. Here we go. Stand by.
When political discourse gets ugly, count on Extra 1063 to be the voice of reason when tempers flare. The violent rhetoric from the left won't change our mission. It won't affect our hearts, and it won't stop us from being the voice of our community. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 1063 FM and the Extra app.
Atlanta Braves single game tickets for the 2026 season are now on sale. Get your tickets for some exciting NL East matchups next season, plus great series against the Red Sox, Cubs, Dodgers, and more. And snag the first giveaway of the season, the Drake Baldwin Rookie of the Year bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola on March 31st during the opening homestand.
Baldwin sends one soaring, got a shot, and that is out of here.
And fans can also look forward to the return of some popular ticket packages, including Hello Kitty, Girls Night Out, and Father's Day Catch on the Field, which includes a 20-minute session on the field after the game to play catch. And the Braves are excited to also announce some brand new ticket packages honoring pop culture icons SpongeBob and Snoopy. And it's never too soon to plan your group outing. Great seats and hospitality spaces are also on sale. So visit Braves.com/promos to see more details and purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad, Mike. Dad, what's the all-time best Christmas gift?
Diamond studs. Everybody needs a pair.
And ours don't break the bank. Real diamonds set in gold from just $275.
Yep, haven't raised those prices since the 80s.
How on earth does that work?
We get them straight from the source, just like we've done since 1939, and handpick the best and brightest.
And with D. Geller & Son's lifetime upgrade, get 100% of what you paid towards a bigger pair anytime for life.
We also have diamond jackets for $5.95 that go around the studs to instantly change the look.
And that's just one thing. We've got birthstone jewelry, stackable rings and bracelets.
Our best holiday selection ever at prices that can't be beat.
So come spend the holidays with the experts at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
Okay, who just opened your Obamacare or Marketplace renewal and almost fell off that chair? Hey, 35%, and it's not even any better? You're not crazy. They keep jacking the premium and giving you less. I don't know about this stuff, but I know who does. I go to Steven, the health insurance doctor. I send people there because he's been doing this 16 years. He wins awards for this stuff. He helps the self-employed, 1099, small business owners, the people actually paying for their own insurance. You bet you're going to get corporate-style coverage, nationwide PPO. How about lower zero deductibles, plans that pay you cash benefits when you use them? And he does it all around the year round there because, you know what, he's independent. He's got multiple carriers to quote. A lot of you are going to see that premium go right down instead of up. And in some cases, saving us 60% over that renewal number. He works for you, not Washington. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. Or go to healthinsurancedoctor.net. It's Steven, not a call center. Your plan, your savings, and tell him the Kibber sent you.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
At the Honest Car Guy, the entire process is completely transparent. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee, and we even prove it by giving you a copy of the bill of sale. We can sell you any make, any year, any model, and at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Dun 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 dun. It's the Partridge Family. And in fact, if I could find, well, crap. Now I can't find my old history list. I think this was the day that the singer guy here died.
David Cassidy.
I believe this was the day he died from cirrhosis of the liver. He had spread the rumor that he had died from Alzheimer's, and it turned out that he died from liver disease, from abuse for many years. Anyway, David Partridge. The Partridge Family on this day, 1970, began 3 weeks at number one with I Think I Love You. Featured in the first episode of the Partridge Family TV series, made by the same company that made The Monkees. David Cassidy, that little hottie sister of his with a little love chin dimple there.
Susan Day.
Yeah, boy. Let's see, birthdays include, we just talked about this person, Bjork, the girl with the wings or swan face or something. Bjork, in Icelandic, Bjork means a birch tree, and she is 60. I think that's a girl, if I'm not mistaken. Lawrence Luckinbill, the actor, 91 years old. Lawrence Luckinbill was in Star Trek V, The Promise, bunch of things. Lawrence Luckinbill married to Lucy Arnaz. For years, they have 3 kids. Good luck. And Jenna Malone was in Donnie Darko, Into the Wild, Pride and Prejudice, Hunger Games. Jenna Malone's 41 today. And a rather bizarre thing in history, which is kind of interesting. On this day, in 1963, one day, before something, actually this occurred afterwards. On this day in 1963, Robert F. Kennedy to Lyndon Baines Johnson, you're no JFK. On this day, do it. President Kennedy isn't president anymore. I am. Unquote, Lyndon Johnson barking an order to Robert F. Kennedy. The Attorney General, R.F. Kennedy, had to contend not only with the loss of his beloved brother, but with a new boss he hated, Lyndon Johnson. This man, Kennedy said of the new president after the assassination of his brother November 22nd, 1963, is a mean, bitter, vicious animal in many ways. For his own part, Johnson thought no more highly of Kennedy's for tomorrow, whom he referred to as a snot-nosed little son of a bitch. Among other more generous epithets, the mutual animosity between the two men resulted in Robert Kennedy's resigning as Attorney General and his decision to oppose LBJ at the Democrat nomination for president. And of course, LBJ in 1968 announced that he's not running. And I remember watching that on American Forces Vietnam Network to say, holy cow, here we go, everything's different. Let's see, a quick fun update. The other day we talked some time ago about the new Miss Universe contest being held in Thailand, and a woman named Fatima Bosch, Miss Mexico, was being screamed at by some idiot who was running the pageant at the time, and she said, I'm not going to take that from you. And he said, I still keep talking to everybody. Why you still stand up to talk to me? And she said, because I have a voice, you're not respecting me. And all the girls walked out. Most of for this pre-pageant thing, all walked out on him. Well, that woman who started the new Miss Mexico, has won the Miss Universe. She won it after going through this thing. She won the title, so that's good for her. And a bizarre story in the news today. We've had a lot, and there's 2 more examples of this in the news today, too, and I won't get to them because I don't have enough time. A Louisiana cheerleading mom who had sex with her daughter's 14-year-old classmate has been sentenced to prison. Even her own daughter begged for the judge to give her the max. The 14-year-old went to her daughter's school and she sexted at least 5 other teenagers. Her mother did. She's 45. Her young daughter addressed the court begging her mom to get the maximum penalty for ruining the family life. The mother just got 26 years in prison for having sex and sexting other kids, having sex with a 14-year-old boy who was actually younger when she started with him. Good Lord. Oh, did you hear the Tennessee Democratic candidate for Congress? Her name is Afton Bain. And this happened, it came out last night. She had some old podcast video that has resurfaced now a couple of years ago. She lives in Nashville, and she's running for the Congress district that covers Nashville. And she was caught saying this, quote, "I hate the city. I hate the bachelorettes. I hate the pedal taverns. I hate country music. I hate all the things that make Nashville apparently an id city to the rest of the country, but I hate it." And she's running for Congress to represent Nashville, ladies and gentlemen. And the Republicans are saying, well, there you go. She's the AOC of Tennessee.
Liberal white woman.
I mean, holy criminy, yeah. And she'll probably win. I mean, anyway, despicable. Anyway, boys. Well, listen, I hope you have a great... Maybe a little off and on rain this weekend. Who knows? Hope you have a good plan. I know, Pete, you're driving around and having food and fun and Roman stuff. And Flounder, your lovely bride, Mrs. Veronica, will probably tell you what you're doing when you get home tonight, I'm guessing. Any ideas so far?
No, but I'm sure it's going to be fun.
I can almost guarantee it. Anyway, boys, have a great weekend. We got a Flounder's Funny. One more before we wrap it up here for you.
You have your phone call friends, and then you have your text friends, right? Your phone call friends are great. You'll take a call from them anytime. You catch up, you laugh a little bit, you hang up. It's easy. Then you have your text friends. They used to be a phone call friend, but they blew it. You know, those people that are long-winded, they're blabbing on and on. They're not listening to when you're talking. They're distracted. Like, guess what? You're demoted. You're a text friend from now on. Then you have your text friends. They abuse that privilege. They'll send you, like, several small texts in a row, like, bing, 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 bing. Like, oh, my gosh, is there an emergency? No, I just have fragmented thoughts. Then there's the other kind. They send you, like, a 7-page text novella, like a huge, long text with big, sloppy writing, misspelled words, weird symbols and shape. Like, you just sent me a ransom note? Guess what? You're demoted. You're an email friend. Yeah. You got those email friends. They abuse that privilege to send you emails with links to, like, dumb conspiracy theories. Like, guess what? If you read this, I think you'll see that the earth is flat. It's like, yeah, guess what? You're a postcard friend from now on. Just postcards for you.
Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. Andy Hendrickson.
I love it. And by the way, we will do the treats that I just promised. May have to be a couple of days. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, have a great weekend. Christine, sing me old baby, because I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb and Herb.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey.